Okay. Sorry, distracted. So many things. I got extremely distracted. I don't even know what to do with this thing that I found. I gotta figure out what I want to do with it. I'll sit on it. Maybe. Sorry, I found a thing from like 5,000 years ago, and I am very hype about it. I will start the game in a minute or two. Okay, let me grab it. Steam. Youpie. Hello, Umbra. Good to see you.
Welcome, Dusked Umbra.
Uh-oh. I'm having a cable mishap. One sec. So many things. Let me get myself organized here. Because I'm a silly Billy. Alright. Here we go. Okay. Now, let me... Go to bed? Okay, go to bed. I hope you feel better soon. Take medicine, have soup, all that good stuff. Hopefully you feel better soon. What do you mean I didn't download the game? Hi. Oh no. Dang it. Hold on. I should have known that. I should have known that was gonna happen. We're just gonna have to yap for a minute while I fetch the game. Let me put some music on for a minute. Let's grab that. Do 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 do. And play shuffled. Nice. Okay. Cool. Got some music going. Give me a little bit while I track down the game because for some weird reason I don't have it. I don't know what I did. I did something wrong. One moment. I swear I had it. Did I not grab the demo? You know what? I guess I have to get it off of Steam? Did I not pick it up? Why? Oh gosh, this is what I get for not being prepared. Sorry chat, I'll be quick. Thank you for the lurkin. Download the game. Let me go download Okami while I'm here too.
Welcome, Lupa.
Spice! Hello, Rion. Hello, Lupa. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Where's Okami? Why
Welcome, Morphioned.
is it here? Can I not spell? Is that my problem? Okay, let's download. No, not this. Let's open this. Copy, paste. I can do things, I swear. How do you access... Can I do this? No. Can I do that? Hold on, just a second. I'm struggling today. Hey, 5-day streak. Nice. Why is this not here? What happened to Okami? Why is it not on Steam anymore? Oh no. Here, I guess I'll just hit download. Yes, Steam is installed. Open Steam. There you go. Install it. Good. Okay. Who made my 1.0 model? Oh, I don't know if they still do VTuber models. Hold on a second. I can... Let me check. Hold on. I can definitely... Oh, it looks like they currently only do furry art for some weird reason. But you can send them a message. Found someone who looks just like your 1.0. For real? Oh my god, can you please send it to me? Because, that's crazy. No, please send it to me. I have to know now. That's wild. Just say I lost my cool while driving because of someone who absolutely didn't deserve the privilege to drive. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That sucks. Some people can't drive. I can barely drive. But as long as you're safe and you're not hurt, then maybe it's okay. It looks like this game. Okay, so there's a walkthrough for this game. Thank you for sending it. Okay, there's an investigation UI. I'm a little scared. Hold on, I'm gonna need a notepad. Hold on. I'm so glad I read notes from the dev. Otherwise, I would not know what the heck I'm doing. Okay. I'm also gonna need some light in here. Hold on. Give me a second. I did not come prep for stream today. I'm sorry. I was very distracted doing a thing. Anyway, hold on one sec. I'll be right back. One sec. I'll start soonish. I swear. Oh, I have leftovers. Right. Okay, so man, I really hope that my 1.0 model didn't get like re-sent to somebody. That I would be a little bit miffed about that, honestly. I have to see it. Hold on. I'm too curious right now, chat. Give me just a minute, okay? Oh, that's totally different. Is that... One thing that looks different to me are the eyes. Okay, based on the accessory in their hair, is that who that is? Hang on just a tick. Now I gotta look it up. Hold on. No? Different person I'm thinking of. Okay. Umber, you got me So I wigged out for a minute. I was like, don't tell me my 1.0 artist is unethical. Anyways, so did some video editing today and just found and acquired a new fighting style that's funny to me. You cover your hands in gunpowder and punch so hard it explodes. That sounds OP as hell. But I like it. I like it. There's an Xbox Game Pass thing with Nitro? Well, that's weird. Okay. Anywho, I will keep this document open. Okay, closing that. Okay, now let me load this game. There it is. I'm really excited for this game. The even the store art looks really good, so. It's weaker than Iron Leg, but with the right weapon skill, it triggers hundreds of explosions and sets my PC on fire. I guess that means it must be worth it if it sets your PC on fire. Oh, it's a Unity game? Okay, okay, hold on. I might need a minute to adjust some things here. Hold on. Settings. I'm surprised they chose Unity. Windowed, please. 69. Volume is at half. That's fine. Okay. Okay, the volume is a little loud. Hold on. Would you judge someone if they got raspberry ripple ice cream and ate all the raspberry before the ice cream? No, because I'm the kind of person who hold on, turning down this game volume, it's a little loud. I'm the kind of person who likes to, as I like to call it, chunk spelunk. As in like Ben and Jerry's. You know, Ben and Jerry's always has like big pieces of stuff in the ice cream. I like to eat the chunks separately from the ice cream. Usually I'll eat some up front and then I'll eat some ice cream and then I'll save some more for the end. So no, I would not judge if people had a reason for that. So I normally like to save the best part for last, but sometimes you really want a chunk of chocolate or whatever. So good stuff. I want ice cream. Chunks block is one of the phrases of all time. Chunks spelunking. Yeah, chunks spelunking. I will not say what it makes me think of. Okay, I'm assuming it would be like, I don't know, vomiting or something. Probably. You guys are very silly. Okay, let's pull up this game. Hold on. Let me grab studio mode here. Also, for those of you who are VTubers in chat, which is many of you, apparently Stream Elements is not closing, by the way. So that's good news for all of us. Umber, again with that sandwich. The freaking sandwich, man. That sandwich is so freaking cursed. Yeah, no, I would not eat a peanut butter Nutella with salami and pepper jack cheese and mayo and jalapeno sandwich. Absolutely not. Lupa, that Umber made that sandwich and then posted it in my Discord. If you want to see a picture of it, it actually exists. He eats weird things. I don't know what's wrong with him. It's not me. It's all him. It's not me, okay? Alright, how do I get this game up here? Let me do this. Yada 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 yada. I will actually remove the ice cream machine today. Goodbye, ice cream machine. I'll leave milkshake up. That's fine. Where is my game browser source? Not browser source. There it is. Here we go. I can get this working. Jail no fly list. I tried to. I thought about banning it from Discord or timing him out from Discord for some time. Okay, why is it not working? All right. Okay, we're gonna do program capture instead. Why are you being mean? There you go. Program capture works. Excellent. This is why you always have to have a program capture option just in case. All right, we're good now. Pew. It's me. Hello. All right, so space. All right, welcome to Death and Faeology. I'm really excited. This game, the demo apparently takes about 2 hours to play. I will read very slowly, more than likely, so we'll see. Space. Thank you. The Space Core is like literally my favorite thing from Portal 2. He's so cute. Love him. Let me behind the shed. I just want to talk. Oh, you're going to get murdered. Murdered. Umbra, you better watch out. Lupa's gonna murder you. I can't. All right. I'm gonna have a lot of things to say with this game. It's gonna be very interesting. Space. I'm actually really interested in fairies, so this is gonna be a fun time. Expect a lot of narrative commentary. So far, honestly, just from the image of the art, I really like it. It's got a certain style to it that I automatically very much like. A little bit like Art Deco kind of vibes, which honestly, Art Deco is primo aesthetic, so I'm good with it. I will take my hat off. I will put my little mini hat on. Ooh, nope. There it is. That's question marks. I'm confused. Hold on. Okay, we're fine. Actually, let me scooch over a little more. Over here. There you go. There you go. Okay, there you go. That's good. That's good. Okay. So, welcome to Death and Faeology. I am gonna get to reading. I don't think any of this is voiced at all, so I am gonna have to do a lot of reading, so wish me luck. Preliminary water sip in real quick, hold on. Brownie with mustard is bomb? Yeah, no, man. If it was like chili oil, maybe it would be good. But I don't know about mustard. Well, I mean, I don't really like mustard in general, so I'm not the person you want to talk to about that. All right, new game. Oh, what is? Ooh, I get to put a name in. Let's freaking go. Picture time? Oh no, please, please no. Okay, I just had to stop the music. Okay, here we go. Ooh, okay, classic art style here. The background artist is really good. It's very nice. I like the way you can see the light coming through the window. That's very nice. I know it's small things, man. Small things. I like the UI. UI looks good. Very solid. Not overly decorated here. Behind my head, there's another set of fairy wings that matches the other side on that side. Looks good. Am I a professor? I mean, if we're grading first year assignments, I must be a professor. So, here we go. Grading first year assignments can be such an exercise in patience. Oh, nice. I ought to remind myself that faeology is a relatively recent science, only a couple of decades old. This university, the only faeology university in the whole country, was just finished being built in 1905. Ooh, just finished being built? When is this game set? Oh, this game must be set in... Hold on, Art Deco is what, the 20s? Oh, that makes sense. If this is a game set in the 20s, then yeah, that explains the Art Deco, which honestly is sick as hell. It is still barely acknowledged in the academic field. True, makes sense. It's new. It's an emerging field of study. More importantly, I've got to keep in mind that children inherit their parents' prejudices and misconceptions. Ain't that the truth? That's true. For everything. The human world has formed its own notion of fairies. Okay? Wait, is everything I know wrong? Wait. Alas, I find myself unable to suppress a big sigh every time I read references to poisoned apples ushering princesses into eternal sleep. I mean, no, that's like a folktale. You don't need to suppress a big sigh for that. A game you might neo, Lamau. Yeah, yes, it is probably a game I might neo. The Darkest Files? Hold on, looking it up. One sec. A quick check. Do I? Hold on. Is it a mystery game? It's... Oh, interesting. It's a court game. Sick. Very interesting. Detective. I love a good detective game, so that's neat. This is nice. I will put it on my wish list. Thank you for the suggestion. I do love me a good detective game. Very fun. Looks fun. Welcome back, Orphe. Oh, I just realized that writing sound is repeated like 4 times in the span of a minute or two. I would have liked it. It's a small thing, but it would have been nice if that same audio, if they had like variants of a writing sound, that would be nice. But that's just me being nitpicky. A reference to the Cottingley fairies is one I can understand, since it was quite the sensation not too long ago. Although it would be clear in the eyes of renowned faeologists that the photographs are mere imitations. A pity that Sir Doyle was taken in by it. Okay. I ought to take a break. The grading session today has taken me quite a tangent. My beloved Oz. I suppose having a fairy companion does give one an advantage in identifying genuine fairies. Okay. Oz actually looks really sick. I already love them. What the heck? Okay, so if you look, they've got kind of moth-like wings and antenna. And then the body, I like how the body is slightly humanoid, but also just insectoid enough. Like if you look at the way the legs taper. This is really good, actually. I am in love with Oz already. Looks great. That's very nice. I could probably imagine fairies like this. It's nice. It looks good. I'd say a break is in order. Wouldn't you, Oz? Oz responds through trills that I've learned to interpret over the decades I've known them. Are there eyes on the wings, or are there eyes, the red dots on their head? I think they have multiple eyes on their head. If I could zoom in... Hold on, let's see if I can... Can I zoom in? Hold on. No, it's the G. Hold on, one sec. I think the eyes are here. This is its little head. And then underneath its 2 little fluffy antennae are 1, 2, 3, or 4, 6 eyes. 4 like insectoid ones and 2 kind of humanoid-ish ones. I think that's the eyes. I think the eye pattern on the wings is for like predator stuff. The Cottingley fairies again? Yes, and Princess's eternal slumber due to poisoned apples. We don't care much for human princesses. TBH, me either, Oz. Me either. You guys like human princesses, chat? Picking poisoned apples is rather an easy feat. I mean, Oz is not wrong. It's not that hard to poison an apple. Shall I turn one of them into a toad in front of the whole class to show that Fae folk is capable of more than that? That's an extremely fairy-coded response. Chaotic little being. At the same time, showing them that not all fairies are a friendly bunch? Oz, why are you so menacing? Chaotic menacing, man. I can't help but chuckle at the thought of that. No, I would scold Oz for that. No, no. Don't turn anybody into a toad. I believe some might just quit that same day if you do that. Besides, if other faeologists get a hold of your existence, who knows what they'll do to you? One sec. I think I don't think my tracking is right. One sec. I'll be fast. Okay, there you go. I think. Maybe. Beaverger, please. Hello. Beaverger. Do the thing. Do the thing that I'm asking you to do. Okay. Maybe it's fine now. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Chances are high those people try to pin you to a corkboard and vivisect you. I mean, yeah. They would. They absolutely would. I would never let that happen. Very true, very true. I've always appreciated you pursuing faeology to ensure that. This is the least I could do. We've known each other since I was 7. You've saved me countless times since then. Alright, this is kind of weird exposition. I understand the need for it. Ad break in about a minute, by the way, chat. I think I would have liked it a little less obvious, maybe? Like a little more implied, I think. Maybe not this exact sentence of we've known each other since I was 7. It could have been something else, I think. Would have been nice. Well, you could have let me bleed to death when you found me. I would never. I can hear a delightful melody of chirps, laced with a touch of whimsy, which makes me feel just a tad fizzy. Ooh, I think I'd like to feel fizzy. Wouldn't you, chat? It seems that even the laugh of fairy possesses some magical quality. While you're on a break, isn't there something else on your agenda this afternoon? Right, Mr. Henkel's letter. Thanks for reminding me. Are we in ads? Are we in ads, chat? Are we not in ads? Hold on. I'm always confused about being in ads or not. Like, do I yap? Do I not yap? Not that I mind yapping, you know? I don't mind yapping. Never heard of that drink? Liquid Death is a sparkling water brand. And they make soda dupes. Oh, there's the ads. We now in ads? Why does Stream Manager not say I'm in ads? Oh well, whatever. Very silly, very silly. Any hoodles? I will pause here briefly to have some water. Now I finished my soda and I'm sad because the next thing I have is just plain water. It's not even flavored water, just plain water. Plain water, sad. I joined into an ad, truly amazing timing. Oh, 7. Thank you for the lurk. It looks like, is there actual word? Hold on, is there actual words on this letter? Let me just look real quick. No, it's lorem ipsum text. I can tell just by reading. Like I can tell by looking at it, because the first word is it's said at blah 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 blah. That's not actually lorem ipsum. It's like the second paragraph of lorem ipsum. But yeah, I can tell. I'm not stupid. I can tell. I mean, it's fine. Honestly, not that serious. I guess I would have preferred maybe just line scribbles. I don't know. I don't know. I'm being picky now. It's not that serious, honestly. Go back. Go back. Oh, what? What? When a letter starts like, "Dear Neo, how long are you going to keep me in suspense?" That is a concern. Also, I just skipped 2 lines. I'm sorry. If I had a letter like that, I would be very concerned. I'll wait till we're almost done with ads here, so all good, all good. Notes. Notepad ready. What is that? Oh, welcome back from ads, everybody. I hope you didn't actually get a foot lettuce ad. So, imagine getting a letter that just says, "Dear, your name here. How long are you going to keep me in suspense?" That is, I can't tell if that's threatening or like romantic. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about having a letter being written to me with that kind of phrasing. We're so back. Excellent, excellent. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. Yeah, Burger King foot lettuce. Orpheon, I'm like more than 10 years older than you. Don't even start with me. Can't even. Okay. Will you or will you not accompany me to this year's Leos Gala? Ooh, we have a suitor. Okay, okay. If I don't know why this person's letter is written like this though. I'm not happy about getting a letter like that. That's not nice. What the heck? You could do a lot worse than forgetting your boring books for a moment in favor of whiling away an evening with champagne and canapes and invigorating company. Hello, Ambi. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. All right. Okay. So I was okay with our supposed suitor being a little more forward, right? And being like, yeah, I want you to come with me to this thing. Will you or will you not? But like saying my books are boring is rude as hell. Right now I'm like 3 out of 10 would answer in the negative for this particular letter. And when I say invigorating, I'm not speaking of those old sods with deep pockets ready to be exploited by way of funding grants for your research. Exploited? Excuse me? All right, 2 out of 10. Right now, the chances are getting worse. At this point, I'm about to say no. What the heck? I'm speaking, of course, of yours truly. Do write to me sometime before Saturday. That's tomorrow's date, isn't it? Oh, I know. My delay in responding is entirely by design, I assure you. Okay. I'd hate to be getting the looks from the crowd like I'm a wet blanket. Why would you get stared at like you're a wet blanket? Why would you assume that? Faeology isn't worth my dough, they'd say. Oh. What is this, like a schmooze gala where I have to go get funding from people? Oz's replying chirp is decidedly indignant. Oh, same. I nod to Oz in agreement before returning to Mr. Henkel's letter. In other news, I've heard that little Ruthie Blythe caused a minor ruckus in the city's hottest speakeasy. Alright, I was right. This is set in the 20s. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good. Admittedly, if you look at the art and the little UI elements, it screams 20s. So, it's nice to be right. But it makes sense. I like it. It's giving me speakeasy vibes. We don't talk about speakeasy right now because, yeah, that was wild. If your old friend Detective Krause hadn't been in the area at the time as well, who knows what could have happened? I find myself rather perturbed at this revelation. I would have telephoned Ruthie and asked what the story was, like when we were children. However, for better or for worse, we aren't on friendly terms anymore. I resume reading my patron's letter. Ooh, hold on. We don't talk about Freakeasy. No, we do not talk about Freakeasy. Did I even post those videos on YouTube yet? I don't remember. I think I did. Okay, sorry. I was thinking of this particular letter in context of like a romantic suitor or whatever, but this is our patron. If this is our patron, that means this is somebody who is sponsoring us to like study faeology and stuff. Now the tone makes sense, right? They're kind of demanding in that way. It doesn't mean I'm happy about it. This just means now I'm a little more suspicious about this person talking to me in this way. Speaking of the detective, have the two of you been keeping in contact? He gave me the cold shoulder when I crossed paths with him at last week's benefit. I couldn't help assuming that his persistently frosty treatment of me might have had something to do with you. It's unfortunate that the extensive bonds you have with him should end in a rather bitter taste. As you've told me more than once, when it was good, there was nothing else quite like it. Wait, you only talk like that about an ex. Is this detective an ex? Alright, I need to understand the relationships here because now I'm confused. Yet, you speak very little of him now, and I find myself wondering if he still holds a place in that guarded heart of yours. Okay, hold on. Now, I gotta parse this letter real quick. Now it sounds like the patron is a romantic suitor, but also the detective is a former love interest. And it seems like the patron, Mr. Henkel, is kind of jealous, maybe? A little bit? The letter is signed, Yours Everlasting, Oscar Henkel. Well, I've kept Mr. Henkel waiting long enough. I press a pen to a fresh sheet of paper to commence crafting a response. Just then, a familiar rhythmic rapping pierces the silence. Man, I sit here and try to write a letter and I got interrupted already? What the heck? I glance in the direction of Oz, but they're nowhere to be seen. Oh, they're hiding already. Using that glamour, huh? Alright. Oz must have camouflaged himself in a heartbeat. Ah, yeah, alright. Hold on, I gotta take a minute real quick. Chat. This is a small thing, but honestly, I think it's a great thing. As someone who often uses the word themself. I feel like it's not a very common thing. I don't see it very often in fiction or in general, honestly. But I use themself to refer to myself in the singular as opposed to themselves in the plural. So that way, I think it makes it more clear grammatically who we're talking about. Like, this is one person we're talking about, so themselves. It makes me happy to see it in fiction, honestly, in a piece of work, because that's something I use. So it's cool. It's cool. Makes me happy. I put Mr. Henkel's letter in the drawer before calling out. Come in, Minnie. Minnie? Who's Minnie? Come in, Minnie. My assistant enters the office. My assistant? We have an assistant? And we're like a professor of a newfangled science? And we get an assistant? You would assume that if you're on the vanguard of something, right? That if you're in something that's new, you wouldn't have an assistant. So go figure. I mean, it's not like I have a grad student or whatever, right? Being whatever. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. Didn't expect having an assistant. She's careful to snap the door shut behind her. Oh, her name's Minerva and we called her Minnie? Bro, no way. No heckin' way. I'm sorry. I could never call somebody Minerva, nickname Minnie. Especially when Minerva's such a good name. Ugh. Now I'm cringing. You can't see it, but I'm cringing. Yes, Minnie? Damn it, now we're gonna have to do this the whole time. Oh, she hates it. She hates that, doesn't she? Please. She hates it as much as I do. Please. Were you talking to yourself again? That's right. You know me. I see. Sometimes I wonder what she must have thought while hearing the mumbling sounds of me speaking with Oz. But she knows when not to poke her nose into things. One of the things I like about her, and also what makes her the bee's knees when it comes to being an assistant. Ooh, wait, is the bee's knees a phrase that's used in the 20s? Is that common parlance? Hold on, I gotta look this up. Give me a second. I have to look it up because I need to know. I'm too curious. Hold on. The bee's knees. Where'd it come from? Where did it come from? Is it in the Roaring 20s? It looks like it's from... It's apparently used... Okay, early 20th century America. Okay, that's not wrong. It's not wrong. I guess bee's knees is just a random... It was a random nonsense phrase. And then in the 20s, it was used to denote something excellent. So the bee's knees. And apparently people used other stuff too, like the cat's pajamas and that kind of thing. But yeah, the bee's knees. Apparently, I didn't realize that was a 20s phrase. Go figure. A+ for doing the research, devs. A+, well done. I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he's here. Also, I have to say, I really like the character sprite here. I fully expected it to be like a Western style, based on the way the background looks and the general vibe of the thing. It's like Western semi-realistic kind of style. I like it. It's good. It's got like classic vibes to me, which it fits the time frame of the piece. I gotta say, out of the 20s like world, if you look at this one versus Speakeasy, I think I actually like this one more in terms of art. Who? That police detective from the newspapers. Hello, I came back to a gorgeous short hair. I know, right? She's so pretty. Police detective? Even as I echo these two words, there's a sinking feeling in my stomach. Oh no, it's our ex. It's our ex. You know, the man who made you crumple the papers and toss them in the trash can. Oh, that's definitely an ex. In the end, we had to stop our subscription for the dailies. Detective Theodore Krause? Yes, that's the one. Knowing Theo is here makes my world go momentarily off kilt. It's as if, by the magic of the fairy tales I'm malign, the ink in my patron's letter has manifested him into the reception area. That's just the universe telling you it's time. But yeah, I like this particular sentence. It makes sense. Yeah, you know, you spoke him into existence. Can't You tell him I'm out delivering a lecture on the far side of campus or something? That depends. What do you mean that depends? Minerva, please. I don't want to phase my ex right now. Minerva, please. Is a lie like that going to deter this man? Ooh, she's smart. Oh, I like her. She is clever. All right. Minerva, you can stay. You're a great assistant. A+. You're not stupid at all. I'll keep you. An astute question. She is truly wise beyond her years. That's what I said. Probably not. He'd happily traverse the entire campus just to torment me, I'm guessing. I mean, honestly, dating a detective would be really annoying because that you gotta have like some headstrong kind of vibes in, you know, if you're gonna be a detective. So I could see that. Turns out switching my fighting style from Iron Leg to Powder Fist rendered all my armor inert. Excuse me. Well, does that mean your armor is not necessary, or that it just isn't able to be active? That's two different things, I guess. All right, let him in. With a brisk nod, Minnie returns to the reception area. I hate that we call her Minnie. That's so bad. I have to replace it or my stats will suck? Well, good luck with that. I barely have time for a steadying breath before Theo barges in. Why is he barging in? What's his problem? Oh no, Chad, he's hot. Chad, he's hot. Send help. He drops a box on my desk right off the bat. He looks like an X. Look at his face. He's very X-coated. But also, I love a man in a good pea coat. I gotta say, I love pea coats. What is this? Why is he in my office? Well, well, look who the cat dragged in. Not even a how do you do? What do you mean X-coated? Look at him! He looks X-coated! It's the expression on his face and his stubble. The facial hair and the expression on his face screams, I used to love you. That's what I think. I gotta say, I do like his face. The art in this is quite good. I like this a lot. What? Do nicety suddenly mean something to you? Oh god, I can't read today. My bad. I seem to recall you packing your bags and moving out without so much as a goodbye. Ooh, cringe. No, we were those kind of people? Bro, that's not good. Alright, now I feel bad. There was no one to say goodbye to. Oh, we clap back? What is this? Didn't you find out I'd left only a few days later? At least it made it easier for you to leave, didn't it? There's a tinge of hurt in his voice that I'm only able to pick up because we lived together for several months. And as my mouth struggles to catch the words hanging in the air, I feel the piercing, icy silence creeping in. I have to break the silence before I freeze. What's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, wait. Is that not a... Hold on. Is that not a Tangia thing I can add? Wait. Sorry. I'm gonna do this. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. I need a what's in the box now. Wait. Hold on. One sec. I got this. I'll look it up. Hold on. No. Oh no. That's oh god. There isn't a what's in the box? For real? I can't get one off Tangia? That's ridiculous. Now I'm angry about it. What's in the box? Okay, I'm done. He lets out a deep sigh that rather sounds like relief. Your things that somehow you didn't take with you when you left. Even that oddly crafted handkerchief you love so much. That handkerchief was a gift for you. I see the corner of his mouth twitch. He's lying. What should I do with this information? Obviously, I'm going to open the box. I quickly stretch out my hand to the box, yet he's just as fast in catching my wrist before I can open it. Ooh. Tension, chat? Is there tension with that? I feel like anytime someone grabs your wrist, there's tension involved with that. You know. I withdraw my hand from his grip swiftly, like a startled bird soaring into the sky. That truly caught me off guard. I'd forgotten what his hand feels like. It's only kidding, though you really haven't changed much, have you? You just went straight for it. He sounds amused and slightly pleased, as if he just confirmed the accuracy of one of his deductions. Neither of you. I threw all of it away right after you vanished, he says with a subtle squint in his left eye, another lying tale of his. I can't help but sigh at his antics. Of course you did. So, what's really in the box? Want to take a guess? I do have an idea. Knowing him, he'd sooner face the whole Al Capone gang by himself and take their bullets before coming to visit me. I think it's a fairy. I bet you it's a fairy. Or a fairy wing. Because that's the only reason why he would come to us. Because, you know, we're a faeologist, so. This must be way more important than our poignant history. Case evidence? Gotta be. Seen boxes like this one before, but never one quite so large. A really big case, isn't it? He nods. We're smart. I like that. The biggest of my career. And you came to little old me for help? And to come to me, of all people, you must be at your wit's end about this. That's what I'm saying. He looks away as if trying to hide how galling the circumstances at hand are. Alright, let me save real quick. Can I save? I don't save? Hello? There's no save button? Devs! Devs, there's no save button? Devs, please. Oh, there is. Okay, I got scared for a minute. Jeez. Alright. Okay, the stop button is not a great icon here. I think I would rather it be a pause button, maybe? Because then if the game is paused, then I think a pause button would make sense here. Or just a button that says menu, maybe? Menu would be fine. Small thing, but I think it having a settings and then a skip button, this saying menu would be fine. I know it doesn't fit in with the icons here, but I think that would be the best way to do it. Well, actually, or a hamburger menu icon, maybe? That would be nice. I would like that. But then some people don't know that that's what the hamburger icon is, so maybe not that. I guess it would have to just read text. Small thing. Truth be told, I'd rather face the whole Al Capone gang and take their bullets than have to see you again. Yeah, that's what we thought. We know him much better than I guess he would think we do. Gee, that stings a little. No, it doesn't sting. We literally just thought that. We know him way better than we think. It shouldn't sting. We're not even together. Calm down. So why would you... Hold on a minute. You think this is some sort of connection to fairies? He flicks his tongue in exasperation. Look at that face. His little face. I like the expression, actually. It's quite good. Quite a good expression. Not one you get to see very often, I think, in like visual novel sprites. It's a good expression. Oh my. Seems I've hit the bullseye. We stopped talking about fairies at some point when we were still together. Those talks always led to a heated discussion, and then into arguments because nothing I could say could change his skepticism towards mystical beings. He He's a hard-boiled cop. Of course he's not gonna believe in mystical beings. Duh. What would you expect? He's an evidence man. This is certainly the chance to tease him about it. Though it might be unwise, considering the emotional peril he must have gone through to get here. What should I do next? No, well... I gotta say, I also like the... It's very silly, but I like the choice boxes. They're just very... I like understated, but slightly accented things. If this is the general aesthetic is like right up my alley. I'm a minimalist by design, so it's good stuff. I'm gonna ask more about his thoughts, honestly. There's no point in teasing him because we kind of did that already a little bit, you know? Oreos and easy cheese? I mean, honestly, I'd probably eat that combo. Probably. But I rarely ever get easy cheese. I like easy cheese in general. I think spicy easy cheese would probably go better with Oreos. Or, actually, what I would more than likely do is open the Oreo, eat the cream, like you do, then put the easy cheese in the middle, and then eat it. That would be good. Would Waffle try it? I don't know. I don't know if Waffle likes easy cheese. I'd have to ask him. We don't ever get that very often. But I like me some canned cheese. I'm weird. I like fake cheese. I know this must be hard for you, but I can't help if you don't say anything. He sighs. I noticed Theo's expressions here. His eyes change direction when he's emoting, which I like, actually. I feel like that doesn't happen too often. Oftentimes in most visual novel sprites, when they do the expressions, they just have one eye direction, and then they change like the nose and the mouth to emote. But I like this. An ice cream next to my name now? Correct. That is my sub badge. Yay. You're right. As difficult as it is to admit, the things you've told me before about fairies and whatnot might have helped to make sense of this case. But I have to say, for the sake of my sanity, I still don't believe they exist. Fair enough. Yeah, that's been there for a few days. The longer your sub goes on for, the fancier your ice cream gets. Here, I'll show you mine real quick. Yeah, it gets fancy. Check it out. Observant. He appears pleasantly surprised by my answer, as though he was expecting a quarrel right around the corner. Little did he know, I've learned that it's moot to try to explain the otherworldly beings to him. So what makes this case so significant? Why do you think it relates to fairies? Are you even allowed to tell me? I hear the sound of a chuckle under the breath like a bolt from the blue. Ooh, okay, I don't love this particular sentence. I would have written it a little bit differently. Oh, look at his face. Look at that little smug expression on his face. Look at him. I'd date him. I'd date him. For a brief moment, his gaze on mine seemed to revert to how it used to be. Until the seriousness returns to his face, of course. When it's the Lunchable stream? Ooh, hold on. I can tell you. Hold on. Pull it up. Give me a second. I can tell you right now. It is going to be on... Put it in your calendar if you want to visit me for that. The Lunchable stream is going to be on the 17th of June. That is a Wednesday. The 17th of June. First things first. Since I'm leading the investigation, I do have some discretion on what details to divulge and to whom. That is, if the confidant can bring value to the investigation. Ooh, the confidant! That's an interesting choice. June 26th. Do I even have anything planned for June 26th? That's the next question. Hold on. What day is that? That's Sunday? No, that's a Friday. I might actually have something planned that day anyway, so, you know, that's fine. You can memorize that date if you want. And I've known you for a fact that you can be discreet. Ooh. I think this is a typo. I've known you for a fact that you can be discreet. I'm assuming it's, I think I've known for a fact that you can be discreet is probably better here, but it's, that's a little nitpick. Still, I must ask your sworn secrecy on this matter. You got it. So, tell me about the case. Why does it seem to be of paramount importance? It's a multiple murder case. Ooh, the music got spooky. Nice. Potentially perpetrated by a single culprit. Ooh, okay. Collide with Umber Day? Is it? It could be. I don't know. Is it? I don't remember. The victims are chiefly middle-aged women residing north of the city. Space! Okay, middle-aged women. Is that relevant here? They're from old money families, the types that make regular appearances at high society events. Okay. So they have a common link? The victims? I see. No wonder you're all tensed up. You're telling me. Chief took me off every other case and insisted I put all my time and effort into this. It's only a matter of time until the press catches wind and makes a circus of everything. And with some of the victims' peculiar manners of death... He pauses. This is where the fairies came in? He silently stares and then sighs. I swear I must be losing my mind. Oh, good night, Umbra. Good. You've got this. Now he draws in a long, deep breath. 3 of the victims had a manner of death that the unit has never seen or heard of before. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm sorry. Has never seen or heard of before? What kind of death is that? What the heck? I'm terrified. What the heck? The strangest case is the one where the body seemingly hardened into bony tissue overnight. Your bony tissue? Okay, now I gotta write this down. What the heck? Now I need notes. Hold on. The investigation is gonna need notes. Hold on, I gotta write this down. So we said middle-aged women, upper class, right? Do we remember how many? Write this down. Upper class. And we said three women. Notably strange causes of death. Hold on, I'm writing notes. Sorry, Jet. One of them is body hardened bony tissue. Bony tissue is a very specific phrasing. Not rock, not concrete, not whatever. But bony tissue is strange. Her corpse almost looked like a carved wooden statue. Oh, I've heard of something like that before. I have? Of course you have. I frown at him. Don't start now. He clears his throat abashedly. Ooh, abashedly? Is that the right term or phrase? Hold on, looking it up. Abashedly? Is that a word? I mean, I guess abashedly is a word, no? I mean, it is a word. But I don't think it's used very often. But okay. Without finding out what caused these deaths, and more importantly, who did this, the press could spin the stories out of control. I don't want to imagine the look on victims' families' faces if and when the papers are making a razz of these poor women's deaths. Deaths plural, sorry. A razz. A razz. That's a new one. That must be another 1920s phrase. Besides, what kind of depraved, sick bastard goes around murdering women in such a way? This city's already running on fumes. Crime's becoming more rampant day by day. Well, that's because prohibition. We don't let them drink, people get mad. They get angry. People shouldn't have to look over their shoulder every night. Valid. I agree with that. It's no way to live. Even as he lapses into silence, I say nothing. It's not just the city. The rise in crime is bleeding him dry, too. Yet, I'm unsure of what words could soothe those who are fighting it on the front line. I've never been where they are. The frown lines between his eyebrows grow deeper. You know, considering the victim's background, having these murders being exaggerated in papers would pressure the families to insist on closing the case as soon as possible. Okay, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. It's true. No matter the cost. No matter who's to blame. You're right. Innocent people are going to bear the brunt for this. I don't know if I agree with that particular assessment. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Do you think that if this particular, like, strange manner of death was to go out into the public, do you think that the rich people who were affected, like the families or whatever, would, like, demand that there be an answer, and that they would like pick a random scapegoat for it? I don't know. I don't think that's likely, honestly. But that's just me. I don't think that's a thing. This is a terrible situation. I feel my stomach churning. My arms cross on instinct, trying to hold my own disquietude in place. Is there anything you can do? I'm just one man. Yeah, I mean, he is only just one guy, that's true. Try as I might, I can't keep those rotten police brass from lining their pockets. Ooh, ACAB? In the 1920s? I'm here for it. I mean, honestly, I think that's an accurate sentiment, honestly. That's why speakeasies are allowed to exist and whatever, because we all knew it was against the law, but they were still prevalent, right? Because, you know, they made the law look the other way. Easy enough in the 20s. Nothing but a pack of lowlifes in high places. Good sentence. I like that one. He exhales sharply, his voice laced with contempt. Then he fell into silence yet again. Similarly, words seem to have abandoned me, as I can't shake this feeling of helplessness crawling under my skin. After a minute, he meets my eyes once more. Well, you're a good listener. Better than most. He curls his lips into almost a smile. I don't mind it at all. Thanks. He clears his throat once more. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. This box includes case files, crime scene photos, a couple of blood samples, which I was able to request to bring to you, and several other pieces of evidence. Other than the strange manners of death I've said, forensics was puzzled too by the blood samples. We had forensics in the 20s? Wait, I don't think they had blood sampling in the 20s. They didn't have ways to analyze blood in the 20s, did they? How so? One of them doesn't contain iron. What? The FAE! Hold on. I have to look this up because now I'm... Sorry, tangent. One sec. I need to know because it's gonna drive me nuts.
Welcome Dizzy_Kit.
Hey, Dizzy. FANG goes extremely well. We're FANG in the 1920s, and I'm now looking up whether or not blood analysis happened in the 1920s because I need to know. As in true crime. Did that exist? Was there Was there some kind of blood analysis in the 1920s? How did people solve crimes? Okay, that's the real question. Is crime solving in the 1920s? Or is it forensic science in the 1920s? Maybe that's what I'm looking for. One sec. Forensic science in the 1920s. What did that consist of exactly? I don't even know. I mean, that's when the FBI's technical laboratory was built in the 1920s. So, what did they do? Did they they did do fingerprinting in the 1920s, which makes sense. But blood evidence? How can they There were chemical tests for blood even during the 1920s. And they also had like rudimentary bloodstain pattern analysis, which makes sense. Okay, no, okay, interesting. I didn't expect that they actually had chemical tests back then. They didn't have DNA, obviously, but I don't think they even had blood typing yet. Maybe they probably just started with that. How fascinating! Interesting things we're learning today. That's interesting. Nothing surprises you, does it? Well, about this peculiarity, I'd bring up something from my fairy books, but she'd always find a way to deny it. You're right about that. This is, by the way, Dizzy, just to bring you up to speed briefly, this is, Theodore, our, ex, who is also a detective. He's just dropped off a whole bunch of, weird evidence on our desk because his weird murder cases he thinks has something to do with fairies. And, we did not break up on good terms. Yikes. They definitely needed blood typing for World War One. I think a lot of things we consider modern got their start in the First World War and got more mainstream in the 20s. Maybe. I think maybe it was a lot of the science that was used there is probably kept for military use and less so for like civilian law enforcement kind of stuff. I could see that being a thing. Did I miss the whole sentence? My bad, I didn't read the sentence, sorry. But I'd be a fool to not go after my hunches and look into all possibilities. What about robbery? Robbery? Why do we jump to that? It's ruled out. No fingerprints, no evidence of breaking in, nothing had been stolen. Oh, let me write that down. I get to be a mini detective, let's go. Okay, so we said no fingerprints. No fingerprints. Or break in. And nothing. So okay, so robbery, not the motive. Okay. Blood typing was developed by an Austrian scientist in 1901 or 1902. Okay. So with this particular game in terms of when it's set, is 1920s-ish. It's not explicitly stated what year it is in the game, but we can assume that it's based on like cultural markers and that kind of thing. So I love the 20s. Oh my gosh. So good, so good. This is much better than the other 20s game we played a couple weeks ago. And motives? Revenge? We're still interviewing the city elites, looking for the possible motives. They did like loose ties in the 20s, that's true. I think loose ties are cool, so I'm okay with that. But it takes time. You know how it is. I also really like this detective's pea coat. It's a good coat. I like a good double-breasted coat. Yes, of course, they're very busy. Speaking of city elites, I know people who can be very helpful in getting some inside information. His expression turned sour at full tilt. Oh, he did not like that at all, huh? Who? That man? I said people, but yes, that man would be particularly helpful in this matter. He scoffs brazenly and doesn't even try to hide it. Even at the first meeting with Mr. Henkel, there was some inexplicable tension between the two. Oh yeah, Mr. Henkel is our patron, slash, it seems like prospective, romantic interest. Like, he has interest in us. But yeah, I mean, he's the guy funding our like, research and stuff, so, we'll see how that goes. We're a professor of faeology, by the way. No worries, Orpy, thank you for hanging out. Do be sure to, like, check up on yourself if the driving incident gave you an issue. Like, if there was any physical things, do be careful. Bye, I'll see you later.
Welcome, Waffle Bowl Hat.
Hello, Waffle. Welcome to Death and Faeology. Theo said something about Mr. Henkel feeling off and always hated it whenever I had something to do with him. Well, it might just be jealousy in disguise. Okay, I think these two men are probably jealous of one another. Although, it's not immediately obvious how we feel about Mr. Henkel, so I don't know. But, like, I personally dislike him, so, you know, that's the thing. Hey! I just realized the chat emote... No, the chat emote is different. I lied. I was going to say the chat emote updated, but no, it didn't update. That's my renamed ones. I'm very silly. Okay. You know I'm right. Even if he's barely in the newspapers, he is most likely at the pinnacle of high society. And I don't think he'll mind if I ask him a few things about this. Why, of course. He's always got a soft spot for you. Hell, he's probably carrying a torch for you for a long time, judging by the way he follows you everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I got that feeling too, a little bit. Like, this man is, like, into us. Well, he happened to be interested in faeology and has a lot of money to allow its development. Look at you, all ready to defend him. What, are you two an item now? I might have steered this reunion right back to where we were months ago by bringing up Mr. Henkel. Ah, okay, so, the interesting part is now we know that, these two, us and Theo, were together for a couple of months. We lived together for a bit, romantically, inclined. It did not go well. We left, apparently. Excuse me. We up and left, and he didn't realize till a couple days later because, as a detective, he was never home. Oh no, he's hot! Exactly. My thoughts exactly when I first saw him. And what else? And this breakup happened a couple of months ago. So this is still, you know, in all things given, quite fresh. This is a fresh breakup in a way. But Mr. Henkel is very presumptive in his letter from earlier. You can tell he's really trying to pursue us. But it was necessary to mention him. I don't know anybody else who would have that much information about high society. Besides, there's never really been anything, even if we did go to fundraising events together from time to time. It was strictly business. Yet again, Theo seems to lose his reason whenever we talk about Mr. Henkel. I don't have the time or the energy to argue with him. What should I do? We just tell him.
Kato Makosechi's bag was a resub for
Kato.
0 months.
Thank you for the resub.
They said, Inio 15 comfy, Inio 15 comfy.
This is, our ex, Theo. He's a detective. He's also a bit jealous. But he's also hot, so I'm okay with this. Also, this game is set in the 20s. It's much better than Speakeasy.
Welcome, Katamecock.
We're not anything. Oh, that's the easiest way to say it, huh? We're not anything. We go to fundraising events from time to time, but these are work. Got to get money for my research from somewhere, you know. Our relationship is strictly business. Okay, now we're over-explaining it. Come on. He gives me a dirty look. Sure, I believe you. No, he doesn't. Besides, what I do with him is none of your beeswax. None of your beeswax! I guess that is from the 20s, no? Isn't it 20s term? None of your beeswax? I mean, I assume so. What is with our obsession with bees in the 20s? First, someone can be the bee's knees, and now it's none of your beeswax? Go figure. His voice becomes even more irritated. Ooh, what's your problem, dude? That's right. It's not my concern. Do whatever you want with him. Just make sure he can keep his mouth shut about the case. I'm very, like, shooketh by the expressions on this one. The sprite expressions are really well done here. I can't help but groan at this turn of events. Bees meats was big business during Prohibition? Ah, that's true. True. I didn't think about that. Man, beekeepers must have made so much money during Prohibition. Oh my gosh. And I guess it wasn't difficult to make mead at that time either. You just throw it in a bottle and kind of leave it, right? I mean, you need some yeast, I think, but it was probably really easy to make in large batches, I'm sure. And moonshine, right? While we're on the subject of useful allies, you mentioned before about blood that doesn't contain iron. Oh, I need to write that down. Hold on. That's a key piece of evidence. Blood without iron. Exclamation point. Alright, I took a note. There you go. I can take the blood samples to the university's chemist. She's good at what she does. How FAE of them, exactly. And she's from a rich family. She might know some of the victims, or their families at least. I'll trust your judgment. I take it this is you agreeing to help with the case? That's right. There are lives at stake. He let out a soft smile? I don't like that particular turn of phrase personally, but okay. As though in quite agreement with what I said. Thank you. Well, if you think it'll be helpful, you can even ask the people you mentioned what they know using the evidence items. Alright, that's an instructional piece. Frickin' speak directly to the player right now. I hate that. You could have... Okay, they could have phrased this a little bit differently. My immersion is totally broken now, and we're like an hour in. I don't love that, but it's okay. But the case files are for your eyes only. Understood. He'd fallen silent somehow, leaving an uncomfortable hush in the air once more. Suddenly, a realization comes to mind. Does this mean you'd be willing to hear about fairies? About faeology? That depends. If this was indeed fairy doings, and if, through your investigation, you can provide solid theories on 3 things. Ooh, hold on, writing this down? How do I write this down? I'm physically writing this down, so bear with me here. Theo will believe in fairies if what? The culprit, their methods of murder, and their motives. Okay. Supported by evidence, of course. Obviously. I'm sticking with the idea that there's a logical explanation.
Void.
An earthly one, for now. Hello, Valid. Good to see you. Welcome to Death and Faeology. This hot guy on the screen is Theodore, our ex, who is a detective. We didn't break up on favorable terms. But here we are with the case that he thinks fairies are involved. Fair enough. Awkward, I know, right? But it's also less awkward because he's hot. Look at him. He's so X-coded. I'd wager that we have approximately 24 hours to get some sort of answer. An answer that makes sense. I can feel the papers are close to getting the story. What's his red flags? So far, he's very much a realist and only believes in evidence. So therefore, he and us argued a lot about, I guess, fairies or something. Or I guess like we kind of stopped talking about fairies around him because he wasn't like open-minded or whatever. So being kind of closed-minded is, I guess, a red flag.
I'm hungry.
Somebody feed Milkshake. I gotta keep reading. While you're investigating this lead, I'll look further into unusual drugs and poisons. Okay, so he's gonna take the earthly perspective of it. That makes sense. You work that angle, I'll work the supernatural angle. That makes sense. How about it, faeologist? Do you dare take on this challenge? Hell yeah. Of course. Of course I'll accept the challenge. Bring it on, detective. This brings a grin to his almost consistent brooding expression. Ah, I love a good brooding expression. Good. Oh, he's not whimsical. Forget that. Exactly. No whimsy. But he's hot. So, it's okay. If you need anything from me, just ring me. Aye, sir. But you need to promise me that you'll not just hear me out, but also keep an open mind on fairy topics if I succeed in what you asked. I promise. Oh, he promised, really? But I can promise not to scoff from time to time. Okay. That's good enough. I ought to get going. Maybe this will be an opportunity for you to increase faeology's credibility in the eyes of the academics. Maybe. Seems like some detective has been following the tiny part of faeology in the newspaper. Says you. Look at his face, he's grinning. He's the male equivalent from Scully from X-Files. He is! He's gender flipped! I'm dead. I guess that makes us, Mulder. I love that. I didn't think about that, that's very good. The one who had to stop the daily paper subscription just because some detective kept getting the headlines. How do you... Before I could finish, he'd walked towards the door and opened it. See you tomorrow around the same time. I hear the door closed. Ooh, closed period, not closed. But it's okay. Small thing. So far... Sorry, wrong button. So far... It's been good. Like, this is a good spot I can pause to yap for a minute while we're in ads. Which we are not in ads yet? We're about to be. Hold on, sorry, Irpy. I gotta say, so far, even though we've had no change in the background, I don't quite mind it so much. We've been here for about an hour staring at the same background, which is okay. But that was a really long conversation we had with Theo. There's the ads. Okay, now I can keep yapping. Overall, I think that there's not quite a strong sense of place, but there is a decent sense of time at the very least. Because we don't know what city we're in or whatever. It could be any general major American city or whatever, which is fine. I do like that once you start the game, you do get that really strong Art Deco vibe. So then it's really easy for you to translate that into, oh, this is definitely set in 1920s America or whatever, which is great. And there's little things, of course, that they added in, which is smart. Some turns of phrase, that kind of thing that's contemporaneous with the times. So you can really feel like it's kind of anchored in that time frame and in that place. I like that. Some little things. like certain turns of phrase remind me that, oh, is that actually accurate at the time? I had to look it up, which is fun. I like that kind of stuff. I'm always interested in the way we use language and how things kind of change over time and that sort of thing. It's fun. It's interesting to, I guess, think about the roots of language in terms of certain phrases and ways that we talk are definitely products of their time, you know? And I think it says a lot about how we can quickly determine, I guess, where something is from in a way, like the time and the place. Um, it's neat. It's good stuff. I love language, man. Language is cool. It's good stuff. I mean, that's it's not exactly why I got a degree in it, but that's what developed out of it. um, I so far I do want to say I like the art in this game, as well as the general vibe. The vibe is good. The vibe is immaculate. Music is really good in this game as well. I think we've only heard like 2 tracks so far, but they're good. They're enough to be atmospheric, but also enough to be ignorable, as terrible as it sounds. Where it's not like super distracting to hear it. I think Speakeasy as well had really good music. I like that too. Um, but yeah, it's good stuff. I'm really enjoying the art direction in this one. The style is kind of comic-y, I guess, a little bit, which agrees with me. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. I like anime too, but I think it just really depends on the vibe. But overall, the vibe here feels really cohesive. I think that's what I'm getting at here. But yeah, good stuff. Oh, welcome back from ads. Man, I yap for a long time. I'm good at yapping. Look at me. I'm a professional yapper. All right. Who are we haying at? I exclaim with a hint of frustration. Who are we haying at? What? After some thought, I realized that he must have noticed the missing newspaper on my desk and my assistant's. Reading papers was part of my daily routine when we were together. I can only shake my head in disbelief. Oh, that hay was a hay kind of hay. Got it. Okay. He hasn't changed much either. As I'm reminiscing about a few moments of our past relationship, Oz reveals himself again, now that we're all alone. Oh, there's themself again. Yay! Some of you guys in chat missed that bit, but, I like the word themself. It's a gender thing. But I use themself to refer to myself in the reflexive, as well. So it's nice to see it. It feels a little bit like representation for me. Yeah. Anyway. The never-ending scene. Exactly. We haven't even changed scenes yet. We're gonna be in this office for the whole 2 hours of runtime. Imagine being in this office for the whole 2 hours of runtime. That would be a lot. I don't know if I would enjoy that very much, but it's okay. I gotta say, I still love Oz here. The mixture, I guess the mixture of the humanoid and the insectoid features is really striking. You know how there's like a meme with like a scale of furry to human kind of thing. This is very much like right in the sweet spot to me of insect and humanoid. So I really like this actually. I like Oz. Oz looks cute. Also, I just like the blue color. It's a good color. That was quite the reunion. Oh, also that just means Oz heard everything. Yikes. That's very awkward. It was quite the reunion indeed. He hasn't changed at all, has he? I suppose. Although, you don't have an obligation to help him. I know. But I've already agreed. Very well. Just don't overwork yourself. Yeah. Thanks, Oz. I find myself slowly drifting into thoughts. Ooh, I don't know if I like the way that sentence is written. I think there could be a different way to phrase that personally, but that's small thing. A victim's manner of death, hardening into bony tissue, could be one of the fairy curses. Ossification. Ooh, writing that down. Hold on. Didn't realize that fairies can curse you to ossify. Hold on. Curse. Okay, there's two other manners of death that are like supposed to be notable, but Theo didn't tell us what they are, so I guess we have to go look in the files to figure it out. I'll write it down once we get there. If only I could ask Oz whether a fairy was behind this, and which one, but it is not that simple. Why is it not that simple? Even if they're my longtime companion, fairies have their own rules about exchanging favors. Yeah, okay, makes sense, they do. And they're secretive about their land, too. Their land? Like they own property, or like the Fae realm? That means two different things to me. Okay, let's see. A favor like that doesn't come cheap. Okay, makes sense. At least I'm stocked up on milk and honey for small requests. Ah, milk and honey for small requests? Okay. At TBH, anyone can be bribed with a little milk and honey for a small request. Myself included. You give me milk and honey in a mug, warmed up just perfectly? Yeah, bro, I'd chug that thing and go to bed. Chat, do you guys like milk and honey before bed? It's like the best drink ever. It's so good. Wait, I can't even have milk anymore. Not like a big cup of it. Oh man. God, I'm sad. That's not the right button. It's sad. No, I'm sad. I feel like if I had like oat milk and honey, I don't think it would hit the same way, you know? Sad, Joe. Sad. You know, I'm just saying. I mean, maybe almond milk and honey would be okay. But I think oat milk and honey has a better mouthfeel, so maybe that's the answer. I gotta try that sometime. Honey, anything is great before bed? I agree. But like, it's the idea of having warm milk and honey is really like, yeah, that stuff is the bomb. So good. Speaking of requests, I should get started on a reply to my patron's letter. Honestly, if you mix honey and almond milk, it would slap. It wouldn't be too thin. That's what I'd be worried about, of it being thin. I think the answer... Actually, soy milk might be the answer, because I know that, like, silk has a bunch of thickeners in it, which obviously you don't want to drink a bunch of thickener, but, I mean, look, it makes the mouthfeel taste better. So, maybe that, plus honey, would be good. But I think honey and almond milk would be just fine. Because I don't think almond milk really has much of a taste. It's not that almondy, though. But if it was almondy, it'd be fine, because honey and almonds is a normal combination of food. Now I want some honey nut almond cereal. What the hell is that called? You know what I mean. Honey Bunches of Oats? Yeah! Honey Bunches of Oats is so goated, chat. It's like one of my favorite cereals. It's not my favorite cereal, but it's one of my favorites. Now I want cereal. Damn, I love cereal. Ah. Milk. Milk. For some reason, he seems to be more insistent this time that I come with him to the gala. Ah, so this is, our patron's name is Mr. Henkel. He's a man of means, and he's definitely trying to pursue us, but in like a very insistent way that I really don't like. He also called our books boring. I don't like that. That makes me mad. I love Queen Cat. I mean, Queen Cat is fine, but no, it's Man I Love Cereal. I retrieve a paper and a pen, and I mumble to myself as I write. Oh, it's this writing sound again. Okay. I mean, admittedly, it's been like an hour since I last heard it, so it's fine. But in the beginning, we heard that sound like, I think about 5-6 times, and that wasn't my favorite thing about the sound design. I think it's possible to find different sound design different takes, so to speak, that would mimic the writing sound, but I don't know why they didn't do that. That's just me. I would have liked a little bit of, like, at least 2 variants would have been nice for writing. Anyway, dear Mr. Henkel, I hope your recent forays into high society have proven more fruitful than they have in... Should I be hyperbolic? Do we want to be hyperbolic? I don't know. Do rich people respond to hyperbole? You know what, chat? You let me know. I'll let you pick one or two. Do you think rich people like it when we toot their horn? Should we talk him up? Should we hype him up? You know? 1 for yes and 2 for no, by the way. What you think? Do I want to really, like, hype up the rich guy? I don't even like him. That's the big thing. So I'm leaning towards I don't really want to impress him or get on his good side because I could not give 2 wits. But then again, I don't know what he looks like. He could be hot. Is that wrong? I reserve my judgment for Mr. Henkel right now. But overall, I don't super like him, so I'm willing to not be hyperbolic, but... Waffle, you're saying yes? I'll pick yes if you want. I'm okay with that. Alright, I'll put yes. That's fine. Let's see what happens. Let's see how florid we get with the pros, right? More fruitful than they have been in the centuries you've been roaming amidst their lavish ranks. Centuries? Believe it or not, I have been considering whether the merits of trying to impress the wealthiest folk of the city outweigh the obvious indignities. You first brought up the possibility of my accompanying you to the annual Leo Scala a couple of months ago. I'm still weighing my options. How do I want to play this? Be coy, be apologetic? I don't want to go with him. I don't want to go. But I mean, if we're already being hyperbolic, I gotta be consistent. So now I gotta be coy. Eye roll. Hold on. You shall know my answer definitively if you find me on your arm on the evening of the event. Oh, that's so rude. Imagine getting, imagine inviting someone out and they'll be like, yeah, you'll know, I'll show up when I show up. Bro, especially someone you were like romantically interested in. At that point, it must be obvious they're not into you like that, you know? Like if I said, yeah, I'll show up when I show up, like that's rude. What the heck? I would never be that way. I would be nice and actually say if I was going or not. About Ruthie, I can't say I'm surprised to hear about her latest flirtations with disaster. Since we were both toddlers, she's frequently found herself in trouble. Her fiery personality certainly doesn't help her get out of quarrels. I would love to telephone her and ask how she's doing, but we drifted apart a long time ago. Nevertheless, I'm glad to hear that Theo was there to smooth things over for her. I've now arrived at the topic of Theo, or Detective Krause, as my patron refers. I suppose this query was meant to uncover whether I still care for Theo. What should I answer? Nah. I'm picking it. I'll pick him as the route, assuming I can pick him. Theo is fine. I'd date Theo. Sometimes my thoughts wander back to him. I murmur under my breath as I write. As for Theo, I must be honest, sometimes my thoughts wander back to him. However, such thoughts are fleeting at best. I have not a single moment of regret over the decision to end it. Upon signing off, I seal the letter with wax. Hold on, Valid, I am reading. Just being a butthole all day today because of her allergies? Oh. She also got into her sister's makeup after I gave her a bath and brushed her hair. And she looks like a caramel child joker. Little mocha baby villain. She's like that's like the little one, right? Did you manage to get the makeup off her face? Yeah, okay, that's good. Because makeup is, it can be really difficult to get off sometimes. That is a very precise description, I agree. I then turned toward my trusted fae. Oz, can I please trouble you with something? You want me to deliver this letter to your patron, don't you? Really? We're gonna ask Oz to deliver this letter? Indeed. Time is of the essence here. Okay, admittedly, hold on. I have to say it for a second. I gotta pause. So I can yap a bit. Hilariously, I have to talk about this briefly. I in a recent roleplay, I actually, so as you know, or at least I would assume you know, as you know, I am a warlock, right? And my patron is embodied by being a sentient grimoire, so like a big giant book, right? And in my roleplay, I had to very quickly get a message out to people. No, to the King of Parphasia, because I had to let him know something. Like, it was a big deal, because there was like what happened? Because the Minterlands and the northern border, they made a movement that was kind of very concerning. So I had to like tell the king that I was gonna go to the Minterlands and go talk them down or whatever, so that way we wouldn't end up in open war. And I'm like, hey, Moir, we have to do this thing. I need you to give me a page out of your book from the end pages. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I need it. We got to send a magical message. So then I he rips the page out, not happily, obviously. And I write the message, and then I send it, and then I immediately stop and then turn to Moir, and I'm like, hey, did we put the return glyphs in there? And I'm just like, don't tell me I just sent a letter with no return function about, like, military movement. Because, you know, I'm competent, but not that competent. All right. Sorry, done yapping. The lore is great. As always, please take care not to catch anybody's attention. He'll see it by tomorrow morning, I'm sure. It'd be my pleasure. Oh, Oz is nice. Okay. Doesn't complain, just does the thing. That's nice of you. Thank you, Oz. I'm off. I'll see you later today. I watch as Oz flits out of my office window and vanishes. Later, Valid. Catch you later. Like an emojis, by the way. Thanks, Kaito. I'm very happy for them too. They're very silly, some of them. But, you know, I was like, yeah, I needed a 10-pack, so I had to think about other stuff. But yeah. Once the Fae is gone, I call my assistant to my office. Look at Minerva, chat. I love her. I hate that we call her Minnie, but I love her. Look at her. She looks so good. The art is fabulous. She looks so good. I like her hair. Her face looks good. She's kind of like no nonsense type, you know. I like her. I like the way she looks. She looks good. Yes, Professor? Hold on one second. I rifle through the contents of the box. Carefully, I extract the blood samples that Theo mentioned. They appear to be stored in test tubes. She looks gorgeous! I know, right? Doesn't she? She really does. She looks so good. Would you mind asking Dr. Rayford to analyze these blood samples? Absolutely not biased because it's short hair. I think she would look good with long or short hair. Her features are quite nice. Or like facial features. I'll do that, sure. As I hand the samples to her, I notice that she looks like she wants to say something. Over the 2 years we've been working together, I've picked up on a few of her tells. Why do we pay so much attention to people? I mean, that's not a bad thing, mind you. I mean, I think it's a good thing to pay attention to people, but, you know, little things. What is it, Minnie? How'd it go with Detective? Oh, that's a loaded question. If you don't mind me asking. Oh no, not at all. He's the same as always. There's lingering beef, of course. but we've sort of managed to put it aside for something more important. Pause, pause, pause. Wait. Chat. Do you think beef is a term from the 20s? I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's more modern, right? Beef. Hold on, I gotta look it up. I need to know now. Hold on. Looking it up now. The things in my Google are crazy right now. Don't even get me started. 1920s terminology. Beef. Is beefing? No, really? Beefing is from the 20s? For real? Hold on. Reading. One moment. Hello, University of Oregon? Why do you have information about slang in the 1920s? Why is this written in Comic Sans? Chat, I have to, if I'm suffering, so do you. This handout is in frickin' Comic Sans. It has no reason being in Comic Sans. But apparently in the 1920s, beef means to complain, which I think is an interesting way to think of it. Because with us right now, we think that beefing is when you're actually having a fight, like it's a serious thing. But that's mostly from like hip hop culture. So go figure. I don't know. That's an interesting little thing there. All right. So apparently beef is from the 1920s. Now we know. We've all learned today. We have learned new things today. Unless you've known this, then that's a different story. But I would be surprised if anyone else knew that. Why would you know that? That's okay. If you knew that beef was from the 1920s, please tell me why you knew that. I need to know. He has brought me a rather significant case that he suspects might have some supernatural elements. As hard as it was for him to admit it. Oh, good for him. I can't help but grin at her remark. I'm glad it didn't end in a shouting match, at least. Facts. Yes, me too. I'll deliver the blood samples now, Professor. Thank you, Minnie. Do you know Comic Sans considered to be an amazing font that's good for dyslexic people, which is why they use it on proper public research papers sometimes? Yeah, I did know that. But then they came up with nicer fonts for that. There are actually some fonts specifically for dyslexia, I think. I think it's called Open Dyslexic or something like that. Where it makes it a lot easier to read the shape of the letters, which is nice. But yeah, Comic Sans, blah. I can't stand it. Absolutely cannot stand it. Minnie hurries out. I'm alone in my office again. Remembering the conversation about the case, I'm suddenly engulfed by unexplainable, eerie feelings. Why are we engulfed by unexplainable, eerie feelings? Should I be concerned? I don't like this. I should start the investigation right away. Okay, investigation mode, let's go! Let's go! Okay, so you drag and drop the item from the inventory to the desk. Okay, and then what? Select an item in the records, then press the icon to open the inspector and read insights you've gathered. This little icon here. Hover the magnifying glass above an evidence to access the information and see the details in it. Oh shit, we're in New York? Oh shit, okay, that's cool. Okay, that's neat, I like that. There's nothing we read or saw or anything that even implied that we would be in New York, but okay, that's fine. Use the blacklight to see invisible things. There's no blacklight in the 1920s, is there? That's not a thing, right, chat? Alright. Okay, where's Google? Where's my freaking Google again? More things I gotta look up. What the heck? UV light? 1920s? Did it exist? Was it a thing? I mean, uranium glass is from the 20s, right? I think so. Let me look. Where is it? When was it made? When was it made? It doesn't say. No. Wait. When? I guess it was... Uranium glass became popular in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, with this period of greatest popularity being from the 1880s to the 1920s. Uranium glass, by the way, is glass that glows under green UV light, which is cool. Okay, so that makes sense then. I guess there would be a UV light in that case. It would be a known thing to have. That's interesting. Okay, okay. Okay, cool. I guess so. Read the encyclopedia to gain additional informations. Okay. Press the button to end the investigation. Okay. So here's the desk. There's the record. Okay, there's the stuff. What's this? Case file 1. Case file 2. Case file 3. Case file 4. Pictures. Okay, there's our 4 victims here. There's some other additional images here of, I guess, their families, maybe? Could be. We've got a coin. There's a box. It looks like a jewelry box. There's the ring that we saw earlier in the tutorial. And the Leo Scala invitation. Okay. That's everything in the inventory now, so we can look at it. The record. And close this. Tools. Okay. There's the FAE encyclopedia. We'll leave it here. Oh, it's kind of big. My bad. Hold on. Let me make some adjustments. Sorry, I didn't realize how large this stuff would be. Here, I'll put the pictures like this. Kind of. We'll go like this. What? That's not it. That's not it. There you go. This is a lot. I don't have a lot of room on my window, and this is at 1600 by 900. Why is everything so big? Let me make some room, huh? Hold on. Just a second, chat. I gotta make some adjustments. Here's the tools. Okay, that's everything. Can I study this more? My patron invited me to this event. I'm still uncertain if I want to attend. Okay, but is there anything else here? Name, Edna Niblet, 64 years old. Manner of death, gnawing her own fingers down to the bone. Time of death, around 10 a.m. Victim profile, an affluent middle-aged woman in the city. Police report, a friend of the victim reported that she visited the victim's residence to drop off an invitation shortly prior to the victim's death. The friend also wanted to check on the victim's well-being. She had allegedly been acting strangely at a party the night before. According to the friend, she witnessed an emotionally charged conversation between the victim and a young factory girl. However, the friend didn't think much of the interaction at the time. A little spinny thing on your hat keeps distracting me. My pinwheel? It's slow. It's not even like that serious. Why are you so easily distracted? Do I need to jingle the keys? Or are you good? Oh wait, I think I have to nod. Yeah, there you go. See it wiggle? It wiggles. Truly jingle key moment. Exactly. Okay. Okay. I'm good now. Okay. Alright. At the crime scene, the invitation card dropped off by the friend was seen close to the victim's corpse and was taken in as evidence. Forensic report. No traces of drugs or poisons. Blood type unknown. Other blood-related investigations are underway. Note. Blood does not contain iron. Oh, she's the one with the blood that doesn't contain iron. Okay, I also did not mean to zoom in on that. I meant to investigate this invitation some more, but it looks like there's nothing here other than a date. Okay, so this is kind of useless. Thank you for the DVD logo. I was like so locked in reading. Hold on. Okay, so I can put this back now. Under desk, right? Record. There you go. Put it back. Okay, there you go. Because I don't need it. What is this coin? Never seen a coin like this. It looks rare. That's it? Can I investigate it with a light? Ooh, ooh, what is that? Eh? What did I just do to it? Wait, again? Hmm? What's happening? The texture looks interesting. What does that mean? What did I just do to it? Whoa, 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 whoa. What? I've seen this before. This is a parasitic fae. A failed transformation magic? Why is it... It's like wing is... Hold on. No, I gotta... No, this is too much information. I'm not ready for the case file yet. Oh, I'll just read it. I'll just read it. Death from shock due to arsenic poisoning. Time of death around 6 p.m. A young factory girl. Despite not fitting the trend of the previous victim profiles, she's been preliminarily included in this case because she was seen having a heated conversation with a third victim shortly before that victim's death. Police report, the victim's father described her as not acting like herself in the days before she passed. Shortly before her death, the victim visited the police station. According to the interviewing officer, she seemed to be on the brink of confessing something when a look of terror suddenly crossed her face. She then appeared to change her mind. She hurriedly left the station without saying anything further to the interviewing officer. Forensic report. Prior to death, the victim suffered from violent abdominal cramping, followed by diarrhea and vomiting, consistent with the effects of arsenic poisoning. Traces of said poison can be found in blood, type A, and the glass she was drinking from near the time of death. Note, blood contains iron and other elements commonly found in human blood. Oh, this is case file 1? The factory girl? Okay, I gotta be careful when I'm mousing over stuff because I'll accidentally hit the case file thing. Let's look at the encyclopedia now, here. Some faeologists have applied Darwin's theory of natural selection to fae kind by putting them in the same genealogical line as insects, especially the Lepidoptera group. But well, that's moths and butterflies. I knew that. This is supported by their similarities to each other. Beneath a special black light, some species of butterflies can glow by having a chemical known as phosphorus, which fairies also have. Okay. The similarities of fairy kind to insects, as well as birds and others in the animal kingdom, manifest in terms of the variance of fairy magical abilities. Okay. One magical skill possessed by some fae is transfiguration, which is similar to metamorphosis. Wielders of transfigurative spells can make themselves or fellow fae take on another form, including appearing human. Many high faes have heightened powers of suggestion through the emission of toxins capable of causing hypnosis or illusions. Okay. Although quite rare, some high faes can transform living beings into solid objects such as stone or bone. Another example of fae magic is invisibility, which is similar to camouflage. There may be other types of magical powers that have not yet been documented. Okay. Okay, so we're learning about fairies now. So this parasitic fae, we gotta figure out more about him. Is there more information here? Hold on, reading. Skimming quickly. All fairy kind seem to be weak against iron, although a small amount of iron, such as in meat or blood, does not seem to ward off fairies. Historically, cold iron was often forged as weapons and used to repel fairy magic. The intricate use of iron, combined with physics and chemistry, is applied by faeologists to develop a special blacklight to detect and distinguish the magical essence of the three main types of fae. Beneath the blacklight, scribe magic appears blue, warrior magic, red, and parasitic magic, purple or violet. Sustained blacklight illumination on an object imbued with fairy magic may reveal intricate details of certain complex spells. Oh, so that's how we got the coin to change. So, I'll put you down. So you've got red on you. Parasite magic. Okay. So if this is a parasitic fae, what is this? Can I hold this? I saw something on their hands. On whose hands? The ring? No, wait. Here, what's that? No? Why is it not working? Hello? Why is it not working? Get out of my way. Alright, this part clearly needs work. The layering of it does need a little bit of help. A wedding ring seems to be made out of gold. Is it parasitic magic? It looks purple. Purple-ish. But exposing it to the black light does not make it do anything. It's just there. Okay. The scribes are high faes who are capable of expressing benevolence and kindness that is similar to humans' kindness, and they tend to be friendlier to humans. However, this kindness is only shown in the form of favor exchanges, and they do not go out of their way to help others like humans would. Okay. Skimming. There's warrior fairies. They frequently reside in groups and are territorial. They are protective of their troops and tend to be unfriendly towards outsiders, especially if they come from the scribe faction or a human. They will smite anyone who interferes with their group. Humans entering their territory, even if accidentally, may face elimination through the warrior's offensive magic. Okay. Parasitic fairies. Fairies with limited magic consistently need to feed off other sources of energy, mostly drained from humans such as blood, hormones, emotions, and life force. However, the mechanisms and rates at which these drainage processes occur are greatly varied. Changelings! Okay. There are unconfirmed rumors that some high fae like to capture humans and bring them into the fairyland for purposes such as forced reproduction, servitude, ritualized combat for their amusement, and so on. The fairies leave changelings behind to mask their absence. A changeling is composed of several fae, typically of the parasitic type, magically transformed to look almost exactly like an abducted human. Due to the complexity of the fae magic required to create a changeling, the enchantment almost always goes awry. Anomalies common among changelings include an extra finger or an extra toe. Nearby heat conductors, such as small metallic objects, have also been known to repel or warp the magic creating changelings. Small metallic objects like a coin, maybe? Or a ring? Okay. Is that everything that we've read here? Let's see. Okay, that's pretty much everything we've read from the encyclopedia. What is this, though? I can put the encyclopedia way over here now. I'll leave it there. Give me a little more working room. I've seen this makeup powder somewhere recently. It's from Nectar Bell. This must have belonged to one of them, but which? I wonder if the owner likes the box design and carrying it around in her pocket since it's already used up. Perhaps the chemist has some interesting insight since her family owns the brand. Her family owns the brand? What? Can I... Hello? Can I open this? No? Okay. Does it not do anything? Okay. Interesting. I don't think gold is considered a cold metal. Does doing this on the pictures do anything? Maybe not. Okay, I don't know what happened to this one. But she's got a wedding ring on. Okay, so we've got, this is the factory girl who died because of the arsenic. This one is the one who chewed her fingers. This is the one who got ossified, and I don't know about you. So that must be, you must be case number 2. Possibly. Let's find out. Are you case 2? Susan Moore, age 40. Refusing to drink anything but her own blood. Time of death around 11. Okay, this must be her. The victim's mother reported that the victim was suffering from a prolonged paranoid episode in the days leading to her death. Specifically, the victim was acting erratically and saying strange things. Despite the manner of death, there are no signs of dehydration or hemochromatosis. How can there be no signs of dehydration if you only drink blood? What? Your own blood, not to mention. No traces of drugs or poisons. Blood type unknown. Other blood-related investigations are underway. Blood does not contain iron. Okay. Then... you know what? I think we need to figure out if she's a changeling. Look at her hand. This seems to be the second victim's crime scene. Her complexion. It's not quite the pale hue of death. Far paler than should be possible. Almost drained of color. Something's odd with her fingers. I knew it! I knew it! Does she have 6 fingers, chat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She does have 6 fingers. She's a changeling. We're so smart, chat. Alright. But if she's a changeling, and this wedding ring was hers, why would she wear it, right? Because if the idea is that a ring can potentially be enchanted to, like, ward off changeling magic, it's weird. Why would she wear one, you know? The cold metal specifically is for cold iron, specifically, that wards off fairies. Okay, so we know now that she's a changeling. That's interesting. Is this her? So this middle-aged woman with the pearls is the victim. I guess this elderly man with facial hair is her father. The elderly woman with the fur collar is her mother, I suppose. The other man in the darker suit is maybe her brother. Okay, so this one's her, right? And who is this one? So this middle-aged woman in the collared blouse is the victim. I guess this elderly man in the suit is her father. This elderly woman wearing the cardigan is her mother, I suppose. This bespectacled man is perhaps her brother? Her? The first victim's crime scene. This is the first time I encounter something that could be ossification. I feel sick to my stomach. No one deserves to die like this. Something's odd with her fingers. Oh? Her fingers too? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess hypothetical 6th finger? Can we see it here? It's kind of hard to see in this particular image here that she could have potentially 6 fingers. But okay. And you? Hello,
Welcome
Starry.
storyteller_gaming.
It's the 3rd victim's crime scene. Her fingers. I've seen corpses before, but never like this. There's another strange thing about her fingers. Are all 4 of these changelings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 6 fingers too. Does she have 6? You have 5 fingers. It's the 3rd victim's crime scene. No, I lied. Wrong one. We read that already. Sorry, I keep moving the thing. Does the factory woman have 6 fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, she has 5 fingers. Okay, so these 3 dead women are all changelings, theoretically. So who killed them is the question. We still don't know anything about that, right? So case file 1 is the Victorian lady. Case file 2 is the woman who would only drink her own blood. Case file 3 is the ossified lady, right? Hello? Game? Game? Hello? Game? Hello? Game? Are you doing the thing? How about 4? No? Game? Game, are you mad at me? Okay, it's mad at me. It's okay. It's still, this game is still in early access. I can't blame it. We read this. Can I do this again? Boink. No? That's okay. We'll put it away. There you go. It's in the way. Game Angie? Probably because I keep trying to read all the stuff. Wait, what's that on her hand? What do you mean, what's that on her hand? You mean the ring she's wearing? That's not what I'm looking at. We still don't know who the makeup box belongs to. What do you mean? Okay, so we know this is her. Should I investigate the parasitic fae? There you go. There's no mistaking it. The structure of the thorax, antennae curvature, elongated legs, they're exactly the same as the parasitic fae I cataloged several months ago. What happened to you, poor fae? Of course, no response is forthcoming. Okay, I feel like we've investigated every piece of evidence right now. The only thing I haven't done is probably like blacklit all the photos. So I guess we can try that and see what happens. Not doing anything though. It's a little glitching, but it's not doing anything. There's that. Huh? Did you see there's a little blue thing? Wait, what's that on her hand? I don't know. What is it on her hand? Not you. Get out of the way. You? I don't know what's on her hand. But it's glowing. Do you see there's a little tiny mark on it? This one is her, right? This one? Right? Can I not read? Am I silly? This is her, right? This one. The fingers lady. Yeah, with the invitation. So, camera, enhance! Exactly, that's what I'm trying to do. It is not enhancing. Not enhancing. Something is glowing there on the dad's hand. I saw something on their hands. Enhance! Enhance the picture! There's nothing here. I don't see anything here. What about on you? Anything on you? No? Nothing? 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 Okay. So these two pictures, nothing doing. She has the fingers on her hand. Mystery solved. Exactly, Kato. So we know right now, based on what we've read in the encyclopedia, that all of these women, except for the factory girl, were changelings, right? Because they all have an extra appendage, which makes sense. Now, to the record. Okay, I can put the FAE encyclopedia back. Okay, got it. It looks like... Let me grab case 4 here. And try to read it again. Hello? Please? You hate me? You hate me. I see how it is. I forgot what this button does already. There you go. Okay. Drag and drop. Select an item in the records, then press the icon to open the inspector and read insights you've gathered. Okay, hover the magnifying glass, we did that. Use blacklight to see invisible things, we did that. Then read the encyclopedia, okay. Then press the button to end the investigation. We don't have that button yet, so I'll put this back in here. If I pick it, and then go like this. There you go. Okay. This is an invitation letter, but we didn't find anything in it. I tried to, like, investigate it, but I didn't see anything. Let's pull it back out. Anything? Anything? Nothing? Well, the black light isn't helping. Okay, well. Magnifying glass? No, nothing. Okay, useless. Nothing there. Nothing doing. Put it back. Let's go to... This is case 4? There you go. Okay. Okay, case 4 is the young factory girl who drank the arsenic. Okay. And then... Case 3 is the one who gnawed her fingers down to the bone. Okay. And then... Case 2 is the drinking her own blood one. And then case 1, I didn't read yet, apparently. But she's the ossified one, I think. Oh no! Hold on. Can I save? Can I not? Is there no saving here? Wait. Chat. Yeah, there's no save button. Never mind, we're good. Oh, let me save. Okay, let me exit? Chug water? Okay, hold on. I have water. Hold on. Okay, thank you. Let's look at... Why is it not letting me do things? Very frustrating. Hello, please. Give me the case. I need to read it. Hyder the yapper. It me. I'm the yap. No. Okay. Let me... Can I go to the main screen, perhaps? By the way, look at the art. Main screen art looks really good. It's very sick. I like it a lot. Okay. Let's load the game again. Reload. There you go. Okay, let's try that again. This one, right? Looks really good? Yeah, I thought so too. I was very impressed with it. Give me the case file. Why do you hate me? How dare you? Is it glitched? No! No! It's glitched! No! Ah! Office? I don't know what to do if I'm stuck. I'm Sag. I'm Sag. Now what do I do? Oh, there it is, there it is. Okay, we're good, we're good. Audrey Wooldridge, age 51. Manner of death, hardening into bony tissue. From afar, the corpse looks like a carved wooden statue. Time of death around 1 p.m. Victim profile, an affluent middle-aged woman in the city. The victim reported hearing strange noises and seeing strange phenomena in the days immediately preceding her death. The interviewing officer suspected, due to the victim's strange behavior, involvement in occult matters. No traces of drugs or poison from what could be extracted from the body. Further autopsy is still in progress through the victim's manner of death.
Hope everyone enjoys it here. Please follow the stream.
Wooldridge. Now that's a familiar name. Is it? Why is Wooldridge a familiar name? Is that... Does that have something to do with this thing? Or this thing? Is it the makeup powder? No? Is it this? No? Okay, well, that was the last thing we need to look at, so I guess I'll end the investigation for now. Confirm. We looked at everything. Oh, I guess I should save. Save. I find it interesting there's only 4 slots, but okay. Oh, it's nighttime. I realize the sun is set while I've been absorbed in the investigation. Come in. My assistant enters the office. Dr. Rayford has arrived to drop off the blood samples, and she wants to talk to you. Whoa, same-day service? And for free? How did that happen? I'm impressed. What? Already? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Already? Yes, she's just out the door. I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised at her work speed. I'm not pleasantly surprised. I'm flabbergasted. She had free time to do all that? Like, what? All right, send her in. Minnie nods. She returns to the reception area. Dr. Florence Rayford enters. It's been only 3 years since she has worked at this university. She has proven her reliability more often than not. I gotta say, I like her like finger waves. I think that's what they're called. Her finger waves, her hairstyle. It's very cute. I like her outfit. It's very nice. Good evening, Professor. Hello, Florence. Good evening, Doctor. Dr. Rayford hands over the blood samples. She also gives me her lab report. Here you go. Thank you. So, what have you found? The most peculiar thing is that there is no iron in one of the blood samples. I think there should be no iron in 2 of the blood samples, right? Because the other woman, who would only drink her own blood, she also had no iron. Say, is this fairy related? Her question prompts me to ask myself, to what extent of the case can I divulge to her? Theo did say that I may ask the patron or her for information using some of the evidence. Although she has knowledge of fairies and their curses, can she handle seeing crime scene photographs? An ad break in a minute. As I return from my thoughts, I notice her voice is taking on a higher pitch. Pause. How many fingers does she have? She has 5 on that hand, but her other hand is hidden behind her back. Do you think that this woman could be a fairy? Or a changeling? This is so exciting. Are you working with the police? Does this mean we'll get better credibility in the eyes of the public? Oh my, we're going to be newspapers, aren't we? Not on the usual corner spots, too. Oh, I can hardly contain myself. It appears she took my silence as a yes. You think she's a changeling? She could be, I don't know. Good that she's excited about the possibility of advancement for faeology, but her cheerful disposition can sometimes be rather overstimulating. As if on cue, a knock on the door arrived to spare me. Who is it? The specific sound is familiar, more familiar than when my assistant knocks. Oh, I'm glad I didn't want to date him. He owed ya. Special delivery. This is Oscar Henkel, everybody. Guy who was aggressively pursuing us. Admittedly, the suit looks nice. And the jacket over the shoulders, I like that too. He's also got a cane there. But he's not that attractive, mind you. Don't get me wrong, I love a silver fox, but that man is not one, in my humble opinion. He is not. Mr. Henkel's hands are empty. Oh, wait, we're about to be in ads. I'll yap for the ads. I will save while we're here. That is not the right button. I keep doing that. Data. Okay. Are we in ads yet? Not yet. We're not in ads yet, but we will be in a minute. I will take a minute to stretch. Yay! Just a little wiggle here and there. Sometimes you gotta wiggle, you know? There's the ad break. Alright, so, chat. I gotta say, in comparison with, for those of you who are here for the Speakeasy stream, in comparison, how do you feel about this one versus that one? In terms of the execution of the time period. What do you think? How do you feel about it? Do let me know your thoughts. I love hearing from you guys, so, you know, I always want to know. Not that we're doing direct comparisons here, but, I mean, the comparisons are kind of warranted at this point because, you know, they're the same time frame. I guess we could also talk about the plot a little bit too, because they're both involving crimes and investigations and kind of a thing, but I do like the, my boiled egg rolled down to the floor? Oh, wait, is it still in the shell? If it's in the shell, that's still okay. Oh, but if it's not in the shell, I'm sorry, no! The story is a fundamentally more interesting one. I think the world has a lot more, it is a lot more interesting. I agree. I do really like the story in this one. I find it's less of an intentional period piece, but it sort of makes it more engaging. Okay. I feel like it is kind of an intentional period piece in a way, with the way the characters talk and stuff like that. But I can see why you would feel it's less so compared to Speakeasy, which is extremely 20s. I guess a little more restrained, right? It's not like screaming 20s in your face kind of a thing. I guess I'm assuming that's what you mean by that, which I kind of vibe with. I get that. So far in general, I think I like the sprites in this game a lot more than Speakeasy as well. And you know, they're both by indie devs, so I feel like it's kind of an even sort of a comparison here between the two. It's not like one of them is a single dev project and the other one is like a, you know, multiple people, big company kind of thing. I mean, small indie dev teams in general, right? I mean, they are what they are. But generally, I think I like the look of this one. I feel like it's a lot more cohesive. Excuse me, sorry, Erpy, one sec. I do think that don't get me wrong, I didn't mind the mixed media part of Speakeasy. I thought that was kind of a unique thing, but it also kind of broke my immersion a little bit, you know, when they used real photos and stuff. The idea is nice. I liked it, don't get me wrong, but I think they did it maybe in a slightly different way for some reason. I feel like would be nice. But in this one, I feel like the art direction is a lot more cohesive here because all the sprites they fit in even against the backgrounds, which I think is nice. Oftentimes, you'll get two different artist teams who do backgrounds and then people who do the characters because, you know, backgrounds are kind of a specialty art thing. And so sometimes there's kind of a mismatch. And sometimes the contrast works and it's okay. And other times it's kind of off-putting. With this one, I feel like it's very... it fits together a lot better than the other one, personally. But I've read a lot of visual novels. So, there's a lot. We're back from ads. So welcome back from ads, everybody. I'm done yapping now. I like a good little yap sesh every so often. Alright, really glad we didn't choose to date Mr. Henkel, because I'm not into this man. Look at him, he just looks, I don't like him. He's not attractive to me. And what, pray, might you be bringing for me? Is it you? Are you the special delivery, Mr. Henkel? If you wish to call me special, then I certainly won't stop you. Look at his laughing face. It's not as charming as Theo's face. I think I'm just Theo-pilled now. But I did bring a box of Huckleberry Muffins for your office. Oh, that's nice. At this hour? Why did he even think we were here at this hour? It's late. Minerva was instantly enamored by their buttery scent. She's currently feasting on them. Counts fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. Not me counting fingers on every single sprite that I see. Oh no. We can only hope she'll leave a muffin apiece for the rest of us. Oh, hello there, Florence. I didn't expect to see you in this office. Hello, Mr. Henkel. Fancy seeing you here. Although, you do have a habit of making this office your sole stop on campus. She chuckles. That's just because this is where all my money went. A well-spent investment, nonetheless. He makes a retort at Dr. Rayford, but throws a subtle smile in my direction. How cheeky. So, Florence, what's been occupying your time as of late? She looks at me briefly, possibly wondering whether she should tell him about what she did for me. The usual matters, I suppose. I tried asking your father about you at the last soiree. Ooh, okay. Small thing. Chat, I don't know if you can see it from your end. But the E with the grave accent is in a totally different font. Here in soiree. I don't love that. That's what happens when you pick a font. What font is this? I think it's Georgia. It looks like Georgia to me. It might be Georgia. I've used it for so many years. I think I should know. But like, I hate that. You gotta when you pick a font, you got to pick one that actually has the diacritics in it if you're going to use words with diacritics, because you could just not use them and people would still be able to pronounce them correctly. I mean, unless you're somebody silly and you're going to say soiree, but I mean, yeah. Nitpick. But fonts, man. Fonts. However, he confessed he didn't have the faintest idea. You must tell me more about your chemical research one of these days. The colorful pursuits of you young academics thrill me to no end. You know I can't share all that much, Mr. Henkel. Unless, of course, you find yourself in the position to become the chemistry department's benefactor. Then all their secrets are yours. More playful giggle escapes her lips this time. I'm afraid I'm all tapped out, financially speaking. Ooh, tapped out? Is that a 20s turn of phrase? Hold on. It's that old? Is the phrase tapped out that old? Hold on, saving. In the slot. Hold on, I gotta look it up. More things to look up. Hold on. Doopy doopy doo. Tapped out. They use that as a phrase in the 20s? Is that a phrase? Where did that come from? What does that mean? Where does it come from? Do we know where it came from? There's the free dictionary. It's got idioms in it. But that's not helpful. Where does it come from? There's McGraw-Hill dictionary. Okay, that's not that helpful either. Doesn't tell me where it came from. I really want to know if that's the right turn of phrase. How interesting. Okay, well, we'll sit on it. Go figure. Oh, I'm not buying that one. Not for a second. Oh, she's clever, that one. I mean, she does have a doctorate. He's telling fibs, isn't he, Professor? Well, now, I certainly don't want to get in the middle of money talk of the rich. Oh, she's also rich. I forgot. I wish I had that information, Doctor. It would make proposing for research much easier, with a bit of delicate leverage, naturally. Mr. Henkel laughs in amusement. I feel I should ask the reason he's here before this conversation takes an odd turn. On another note, Mr. Henkel, did you get my letter? Is that the real reason you dropped by? Oh, where's Oz? Wait, if he has our letter already, where's Oz? Upon recalling that I asked Oz to insert the letter into his mailbox only this afternoon, I'm about to retract these questions. Unexpectedly, though, he bows his head in assent. Your words have always had this immersive impact on me. What does that mean? Oh, he liked our hyperbole. Perhaps that is why you are such an effective educator. Oh, he liked that hyperbole big time. Whenever I encounter your written language, I long to hear it spoken post-haste. Oh, that's actually a pretty slick sentence, TBH. Chat, write that one down. Say it to a person that you love romantically. Whenever I encounter your written language, I long to hear it spoken post-haste. That's a good one. That's slick. I'm kind of impressed. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's a good one. Are you putting a spell on your letters by any chance? That's dumb. He had me and then he lost me real quick. I think you're the one with all the spells, Mr. Henkel. Oh, are we flirting right now? Ew. Are we flirting? Chat, do you feel like we're flirting right now? I don't like that. I don't like this guy. Your muffins, for one, have always been successful in getting Minnie's guards down. Oh dear. You two are making me blush. We're so done so quick. That's me. I'm quick to pass judgment. Especially on guys. I suppose it's time I take my leave and let you both be. I'm due somewhere shortly anyhow. Oh, no, that might not be necessary. I can't stay long either. Mr. Henkel lapses into silence as he continues staring into my eyes. It's difficult to maintain eye contact with him. Why? But even harder to look away. Why? I wonder what I should do. To discuss the case. Both of them seem to be in a hurry. Should I tell Mr. Henkel to return another day, since I have to have an important conversation with Dr. Rayford right away? Or should I dismiss the chemist and meet with my patron now? There are benefits to either choice. Soliciting Dr. Rayford's opinion on the case may be a good idea. She could share more insight on the chemistry side of the case.
Refreshing. Thanks,
Thank you for hydrating the cat.
10802.
Her parents own a successful company that produces the powder makeup in evidence. She would also know the social happenings among the wealthy elites. On the other hand, Mr. Henkel is also a viable candidate for an interview. His connections within high society knows no bounds. Everybody seems to know him one way or another. He might know things Dr. Rayford doesn't. Since he's been funding my research for a long time, he's also more familiar with fairy topics. Whom should I interview? Ooh, chat. I gotta save for this one. Hold on. Chat, 1 for Mr. Henkel, 2 for Dr. Rayford. Place your votes now, while I save. Clearly 2? Honestly, I'm leaning towards 2 as well. The chemist seems like it's more promising because I need the evidence, right? The evidence is more important than his speculation on the high society or whatever. However, because if we talk to Henkel, then we're gonna get more information on the FAE, and maybe their reasons for doing things. Maybe we can talk about the parasitic FAE and that kind of thing. We figure out why the ring is glowing and stuff like that. We could figure that out. But ultimately, be gone, old man. We got a case to solve. I agree. I'm definitely leaning more towards the chemist, because the chemist, with the lab results and things, that could definitely push us closer to understanding that it is not a human thing, not human based at all. And Mr. Henkel can only kind of corroborate that particular part of things, so we'll see. I'm leaning towards 2. Chat, I'll give you an extra minute or 2 to let me know what you think. 1 or 2 if I should talk to Henkel or we should talk to Dr. Rayford. And in the meantime, while that's going on, I will have some water. I concur? Yeah. I figured you would be an evidence-based type of person.
Long.
Thank you. La. It's so good. It's so good. That's the best thing. I'm so glad I added that onto my interactions, because every time it comes out, it makes me so happy. It's the dumbest thing. Freaking that Sakura gummy is so delicious. Not to mention, it is very tasty. Anyway, excellent. All right, so looks like we're leaning towards Dr. Rayford here. So let's we'll go that route. Let's do it. Dr. Rayford, would you mind staying a little longer? I'd like to hear your opinion about something. Dr. Rayford glances at me, and then at Mr. Henkel, and then back at me with a glimmer of mischief in her smile. Wait, if she turns out to be a changeling, I'll be really pissed off. Wait. We'll see. Are you sure, Professor? I let out a resigned sigh. Sometimes it can be quite difficult to deal with her teasing. Yes. When I address my patron once more, regret colors my tone. Mr. Henkel, would you mind coming back another day? I have something crucial to discuss with the doctor at present. Of course. I understand your scientific pursuits precede all else. I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for dropping off those muffins. Muffin. Chat, do you guys like muffins with the like crunchy bits on top? Like the streusel? I'm obsessed with streusel. I don't even know why. I think I just like crunchy bits. He only replies with a smile. I'll see you soon, right? As soon as possible. I promise. Mr. Henkel and Dr. Rayford exchange brief goodbyes. My patron then departs. I'm alone with the chemist again. Doctor, I might need your further assistance regarding the blood samples, and also something more pressing. So, it is true. You're working with the police? I suppose. Detective Krauss consulted me this morning about an ongoing criminal case. Oh? Do I sense some old flame flickering back to life? Bro, how did she know about my love life? Excuse me? I'm not friends with her like that. What the heck? Your eyes are tricking you, Doctor. It's been ashes for a long time now, and nothing has changed. Okay, so we're talking like she knows. She knows about my love life? Why? There's a hint of disbelief in her eyes, but I won't indulge her in her playful teasing as there is a more important matter at hand. I clear my throat. So, I would also like to ask you for information, as you may be acquainted with some of the victims or their friends and families. Alright. Be happy to answer any questions you might have. Maybe it was a big deal in the past? I mean, maybe? But it's like weird, I don't know, like... Do you know about your coworkers' love lives? I mean, I do. Awkwardly, I do. Thank you. Although I do need your sworn secrecy on this. Of course. I'm adept at keeping secrets. You need not worry. Those samples I analyzed are part of the evidence in this case, right? That's right. Let us begin. I tell her the fundamental facts of the case while she listens silently all the while. When I finish my summation, she has only one word to say to me. Interesting. What is this? Edna Niblet and Mary Hatcher. We only have two. Edna Niblet is the ossified one, right? Ah, yes, the most intriguing piece of evidence. It's weird, isn't it, that it doesn't contain iron at all, even though it looks just like human blood? Not to mention the high percentage of phosphorus. Would you let me know if it ended up being a fairy, after all? Only if I'm allowed. Is there any insight from chemistry as to why there would be no iron in a red-colored blood? Sadly, no. I'm just as puzzled myself. I found traces of arsenic in this blood sample. Yes, that was reported by the forensics team, too. One wonders who could have done such a thing to the poor girl. Actually, chemists do sell arsenic to common people to make their own weed killer and rat poison. I haven't done that in some time, not since the university contract. But I'm sure the detective has asked his henchmen to collect purchase records from chemists all over the city, don't you think? Okay, so that's the two blood samples, so we know about that. Now, what about this ring? No, she needs to explain to me the lab report, because we don't know anything about it yet. I've done my best to put all the details there, although I might have missed something regarding the curious blood sample. What? That's it? Can I read it? No? Do I have to go to the desk for it? Okay, then what about this ring? My, are you proposing to me, Professor? I'm afraid my heart still belongs to my late husband. She got jokes for days, chat. I can hear sorrow seeping through her peppy voice. Quietly, I slipped the ring back into the box. Well, that was pointless.
How is everyone?
Where's the, There you go, this thing. Ah, my parents' greatest achievement. It's one of the things I wanted to ask you, Doctor. I don't know much about makeup. How popular is powder among high society? The powder has been the craze lately among the upper class, since my parents have successfully gotten Mary Pickford to do its advertisement. Well, I'll be. Okay. So it is popular. What do you know about the upcoming gala? It's tomorrow's gala. I'll not be going there since the opera is playing. I didn't know you're into opera, Doctor. My late husband and I used to go there for one of our date nights. Sadness leaks through her eyes, even though her smile stays bright. I hadn't the faintest she'd been married before. Speaking of which, I spotted Detective Krause at the Met during last month's performance. He appeared to be enjoying the opera, accompanied by an attractive, tall, blonde woman. It's quite the unexpected sight. Oh, I didn't need to know that he was seeing someone last month. I never took him for an admirer of opera. Well, that's a new one on me. Okay. So, what else do I need to show you? The pictures? I don't think I want to show you the pictures. I guess I have to, huh? I guess I'll show you she's a chemist, right? Which one should I show her? The ossified one, maybe? Maybe the ossified one. There's no sound to be heard as she stares at the photograph for a little while. I wonder if it is too much for her. This Mrs. Woolridge? It's a little difficult to recognize her because of she speaks with her usual sunny lilt, which is quite surprising. I guess she's got a strong stomach. Yes, you're correct. What do you know of her? Everyone knows her and her family, that's pretty sure. They're one of the richest in the city, the elites of the elites. Accordingly, their circle consists of only very selective people, such as her patron, I imagine. Oh, and their family likes to host charity events. Did you ever know her to dabble in occult matters? That's a wild sentence to say. As if she knew. Unfortunately, what I told you previously is all I know about her. If she did dabble, do you think maybe her manner of death is a result of occult matters? It's certainly a possibility. Okay, I don't think I want to show you anything else. Chad, do you think I should show her anything else? What do you think? We already talked about the blood samples. Don't we all have a dabble in the matters of the occult for a laugh on a Friday night? You're right, Dizzy, we do. Don't we all? You know, that's what girls' sleepovers are. We dabble in the occult. That's very common. That's just a thing girls do, apparently. Should I show her the Fae? I don't think showing her the Fae would make sense. That seems like something I would save for Henkel. Maybe the pictures of the family? Perhaps? Let's try the family photos. This is a family photograph of the Woolridges. Ah, yes, it was everywhere in the papers when her father married the famous and one of the most beautiful socialites. The other man here is Mrs. Woolridge's stepbrother. Okay, stepbrother. You know anything about these people? Aside from being fabulously wealthy and well-known? Not particularly. Okay, do you know more about these people? This is Mrs. Moore and her family. Could you tell me what you know of them? Well, I've heard that when Mrs. Moore's biological parents passed away, she was adopted by her parents' trusted employees, from whom she received a lot of love. Biological parents passed away. These employees couldn't have children, you see. Her biological parents left her a substantial inheritance, which she received when she came of age. Then she was married, out of love, to a wealthy entrepreneur. They were hand in hand wherever they went. It's a sad thing, Her luck seemed to slip away just when she needed it most. Hello, Silver. Thank you for the streak. Let's go. Dr. Rayford seems to know more about Mrs. Moore than she let on earlier. While she sounds quite sympathetic, I can somehow sense a hint of jealousy in her voice. Jealousy, huh? Interesting. Okay. Are we done? Do I have to show her everything? I guess so. I guess I have no choice but to show her everything. So I did this one. Let's do this one. Mrs. Moore. She seems to recognize the victim quite fast. We've met once or twice at a clothing store and exchanged a few pleasantries. Occasionally, I would see her and her husband at various dinner parties as well. They were a lovely couple. Okay. Oh yes, I know her, though I can't seem to recall her name. Mrs. Niblet. That's right. I saw her quite often at the auction, only going for rare coins. Ah, she's the one with the rare coin. Okay. As usual, the winning bid was hers. I wonder if some of those coins carried some sort of curse, since they came from God knows where. Okay. So the parasitic FAE came from the coin that she had. Okay. And then this girl? The factory girl? Do you happen to know this girl? Unfortunately, no. I don't know her. It's surprising that she seemed rather unfazed by quite the gruesome photographs. I wonder if she'd seen worse deaths caused by chemicals. Although, even if I had seen worse, I doubt I could muster such cheer. I've never realized this peculiar side of her. I bet you this woman's a changeling. Oh my god. We're done with the interview? Is that everything? Yeah, I showed her everything but the FAE, which I won't show her, which is weird. I won't show it to her. We'll finish the interview. Are you sure you've gotten all the information you need? Oh my god, if you're asking me that, that means I gotta do it. Here. A dead bug? Is this part of the evidence? No, that's it, right? Was that everything I showed her? Yes. Yes. Yes, okay, we've done everything. End the interview. Yes, confirm. I have no further questions. I believe I have enough information for now. Is that so? Well, alright. Earlier, you'd mentioned you had a prior arrangement. So I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your time. You've been incredibly helpful. It's no problem. Don't hesitate to reach out if you require anything else. I give her a brief nod. Dr. Rayford then departs from my office. I'm alone again, but not for long. My assistant pops into the office. Oh, yes, Minerva? Professor, I'm heading home soon. Is there anything else I can do to help? No, I'll be perfectly fine. I think I'll stay and work for a bit longer. Okay. See you tomorrow, Professor. I gotta say, I really like Minerva's outfit, too. Her, club collar with the little, ascot. It's not an ascot, but, the little tie thing is cute. And I like a good vest. Vests are cool in general. I was super into vests when I was, a teenager. I don't know why, I just was. Upon wishing me the same, Minnie leaves. I have some time until I have to wrap up my workday and head home from the office. Are we going to look at the lab report now? That's what we should do. We didn't get a chance to do that at all. This is Dr. Rayford's lab report on the blood samples. The content is quite similar to the forensic report. While elements similarly found in human blood, such as phosphorus, carbohydrates, and some proteins, are found in the third victim's blood, it doesn't contain iron. Moreover, the amount of phosphorus found is in a higher percentage than that in human blood, making it possible for this to be the blood of a fairy. The fourth victim's blood appears to be normal human blood, with iron present. Traces of arsenic are also found. Although there's some new information, I expected the report to be more detailed. Then again, I did ask her to finish it as soon as possible. She delivered. Okay.
Welcome Scoundwave.
Today is a weird day? What makes it weird, Scout? Should I... You know what? I think she's sus. Let's blacklight this mug. Anything? Nothing? Nothing? Well, it was worth a shot. Alright, I guess not. Let's put that away. I don't think I used blacklight on the, tubes. So, let's try that. Anything? Nothing? Nothing? Oh, oh, oh! This one did. It's glowing. Okay, this is the changeling blood, right? I've read somewhere that most insects don't have iron in their blood. Arsenic, huh? Here. My friends called a pedophile for a joking hear me out. Awkward. Okay, now we can end the investigation. This one is whose blood? I already forgot whose blood it is. This one? Edna Niblet? Yeah, okay. The problem is I can't keep track of who's who now because I'm silly and didn't write things down. So give me a minute. I gotta write this down because I'm already forgetting who's who. One moment. Okay. Hold on. One is Audrey Wooldridge. 2 is Susan Moore. She's the blood drinky one, right? Three is Edna Niblet. And then 4 is the factory girl. What's her name? Mary Hatcher. She's a factory. And an arsenic, right? And then Edna is the ossified one, right? No, she's the finger one. She's fingers. Okay, that means is Woolridge the ossified one? Yeah, she's the ossified one. There isn't a child with the character, Freddy Fazbear, where has a child's soul in it, which is a robot. A robot without a child's soul? I'm confused. But okay. Alright, so I don't think we... Whose blood is this? Edna? Her blood is, she's a... I think we said they're all changelings. All 3 of them. Right? Changelings. But her blood has what magic in it? Violet and red magic. Violet plus... Okay. And is Edna the one with the ring? A wedding ring from the second victim. The second victim is Susan Moore, so she's the one with the wedding ring. Wedding ring. And then it has violet and red magic. Okay, and then what about the ossified lady? Do we need to... she didn't have anything weird on her image. So... But does she have 6 fingers? I wonder if other people from her clique are involved in occultism. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're assuming she has 6 fingers. They're all changing. But but I don't think we know anything else about the ossified lady. Okay, well, I guess that's the end of the, investigation. It's the next afternoon. I should be grading assignments. Oh, let me save real quick. Or reviewing the lecture I'm going to deliver come Monday. Or do anything productive in the realm of professorial duties. Instead, I find my attention straying more and more toward the office door. I voice my frustrations to good old Oz. Theo will probably arrive at any moment. Can't stop wondering whether my explanation will be enough for him. In the past, no sort of explanation ever seemed to please him when it came to fairies. And why should it do so now? My voice cracks with concern. This time, he came to you bearing in mind the possibility of fairy involvement. He'd be a fool if he discredits you so soon. My fairy companion's chirping becomes increasingly stern this time. But you need to get yourself together. You must remain steadfast and strong when facing the detective. Scout, you know when Persona is. It's 1,000 years away. Don't permit your voice to falter when presenting your findings. I know I can't let myself unravel at this point. It's just that you never solicited my opinion quite in this manner. Professional insight, no less. All the more reason to be as calm as you can be. Maintaining your composure is essential to delivering a persuasive argument. True. But no matter what happens, at least you know you tried. At the end of the day, he's the one who needs to solve this case. You're right. Of course you are. I'm not a detective. I'm simply a professor, sharing my perspective. Thank you, Oz, for always talking me off the ledge. Just then, somebody knocks on the door. That's my cue to sail past your window ledge. Best of luck. I whispered a hurried goodbye to my fairy friend. I'll see you tonight, Oz. Once Oz has flown out, I direct my attention toward the door. Come in. My assistant marches in. Professor, you have a visitor. Detective? Minnie nods. All right, send him in. Minnie nods once again and walks out of the room. 3 weeks is a whole 8 generations away. I can't help you with that, Scout. You'll have to learn patience. You learned it last time. Gotta learn it again. Theo paces around a little bit after strolling in. He appears quite distracted. He finally stops and opens his mouth. So, what have you learned? I take a deep breath. Here it goes. I have to present my findings to perhaps the most sought-after detective in the police force. She looks suspiciously like a character from Persona 5, like not a gag, no joke. She seemed kind of Persona-coded, honestly. I agree. Just a little bit. Probably some character I haven't met yet, but you know, that's cool. Theo investigates cases right where crime scenes unfolded. He's agonizingly familiar with the grit and the grime of the city's darkest recesses. Meanwhile, as a professor, my expertise primarily revolves around the nebulous, the theoretical. I must do my best to stay calm and collected, just as Oz suggested. I've read the case files. Victim's odd behavior shortly before death could be due to hypnotic spells from fairies. The 4th victim went to the police station, but before she said anything, it seemed she saw something that scared her away. What if she saw something not human? In the manner of death, He interrupts me before I can finish. I have no time for assumptions. Thank you, reference photo, not really a spoiler. You met her before? I met her before? Sure. I didn't get that far in the game. Hold on. Peeking. Peeking. One sec. It does look like that character a lot, actually. That's crazy. Look very similar. How funny. She in the background? Oh. The papers telephoned our department this morning. Said they found out about some of these deaths. So that's why he looks agitated. The chief is preparing a statement for tomorrow regarding this. So, I'll just cut to the chase. Is there fairy involvement? Yes, there is. Absolutely there is. Yes, I'm certain of it. I can tell his interest is piqued. However, I'd like to first lay out the basics, since I'm pretty sure you've discarded the things I've told you in the past. He grumbles as if in admission of my statement. So far, we have identified 3 classes of fairies: warrior, scribe, and parasitic fae. Warriors have strong offensive magic, scribe's magic tends to be defensive, and parasitic magic is, well, parasitic. We faeologists have developed a tool called blacklight to detect traces of fae magic. It can even be detected through photographs if the magic is especially strong. Okay, knowing that does not help me because I checked the photographs and they didn't have... No, they said there was something there, but I couldn't tell what it was. So, okay, next. Warrior magic glows red, scribe magic blue, and parasitic magic shines purple. I found that seemingly, fairies of one specific class are behind this. Which one is the culprit? Didn't we say it was red and violet? Did I mess up? Is it not? Hold on. I just read it in my head and now I was reading too fast. Chat, help. Is it... What color is parasitic fae? I know warrior fae is red. Is scribe fae is blue? Right? So I think it's safe to say parasitic fae. It was scribe fae blue? I don't remember. That help. Let me save. Oh, I don't mess up. Hold on. Oh, we'll cheat. We're gonna save. Here, we'll save in slot 4. I'm pretty sure the answer is parasitic fae anyway, because we got one, right? I think it's fine to say that. They're of the parasitic class. What is the evidence? Those are dead fae. How does this prove parasitic involvement? I put the dead fae beneath the black light. This is the dead parasitic fae. Look, it glows under the black light. Is this dead bug the one behind the murders? And I can see the purple traces, but what about this red glow? He's right. I feel like I didn't think this through. Damn it! Okay, go back. Skipper. Okay, warrior magic glows red, scribe magic blue, and parasitic magic shines purple. I mean, the warrior fae will eliminate humans regardless. So, I mean, they're very, I don't know. Actually, I don't know, because it's violet and red, that's the problem. But I think I'm gonna guess with warrior and see what happens. They're of the warrior class. What is the evidence? Let's look at the blood sample. The blood sample glows red. How does this prove warrior involvement? I slot the blood sample beneath the black light to show the magic traces. You see, there's a glow of purple and red under the black light. How do the purple traces, or parasitic magic as you say, have a part in this? The blood is fairy blood. That's because his blood is fairies, and their blood contains traces of their own magic. This is further supported by the blood sample analysis. Fairies' blood has high content of phosphorus, just like reported. Adding to that, the missing iron. Fairies have an aversion toward iron. They don't have it in their blood. They can still, however, withstand the iron in human blood. That's why some parasitic fae like to drink our blood. As I ramble on, Theo listens intently with a slightly surprised look on his face every time I start a new sentence. To be honest, I'm out of words at the moment. What else you got? We've also got the ring, dead fae, the makeup, and the photographs. I think the photographs so we can talk about changelings. How does this prove warrior involvement? I recall that there are no magic traces on the crime scene photographs, but rather on the family photographs. I set down the crime scene photographs and hover the blacklight on them one by one. Can you see this glowing sigil on some of the victims' left hands? Yes, I can see it. I thought warrior magic was supposed to be red. He's right. The sigils are blue, and they're protective boons from the scribe. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. What else you got? Well, damn it. The ring. The ring is red and violet. How does this prove warrior involvement? I place the ring beneath the blacklight. You see, Mrs. Moore's ring glows purple and red under the blacklight. But why does it glow purple as well? It's a part of transformation magic. When the parasitic fae is transformed into a changeling, or human look-alike, high fae magic is able to copy everything, including Mrs. Moore's wedding ring. There's sudden silence in the air as Theo's eyes widen in consternation. I feel like eyes don't widen in consternation, honestly. I feel like they narrow. Am I right? I don't know. What do you think, chat? Do you think eyes widen in consternation? What the hell are we dealing with here? He mutters in a voice that is filled with dismay. There appears to be strong evidence pointing towards warrior involvement. Based on what you've shown me, parasitic fairies are one way or another connected to the manner of killing. But you also haven't told me how the warrior fairies kill the victims. Give it to me straight. How do you figure the murders were carried out? Warriors replace victims with changelings and killed the changelings with ossification and hallucination spells. Yeah, they were all replaced with changelings. I don't know why, but they were. The warrior high fae use their transformation magic to turn parasitic fae into human lookalikes of the victims, which are often called changelings. Changelings. I take out the crime scene photographs with middle-aged victims and lay them out on the table. Using the magnifying glass, I show the oddity in the victims' hands to Theo. This is one of the possible anomalies that is likely to happen due to the complexity of transformation magic used in creating changelings. As famous as these ladies' families are, it would have been a big thing on the papers if they had 6 fingers from when they were children. I don't seem to remember anything like that in the newspapers. Do you? I heard some things from Japan, and it made me remind myself that Japan is in fact not in the USA and does not use USPS. The Benadryl really is beating you. You're gonna have to ship it, what, EMS, I think? Theo looks away, as though trying to remember all the newspapers he's read. It also explains the missing iron in the blood sample, since the corpses are not human. I wait until Theo meets my gaze again before continuing. They then murder the changelings using ossification and hallucination magic. It is done to cover up what they really did to the real humans. What they really did? Like what? It can be anything. The real humans might be kidnapped to the fairyland, destined to wed certain families and bring forth offspring, or be employed as a slave, or tortured for amusement until they die. I shiver at the thought of it happening to the poor ladies. Theo appears to be unsettled by the same thoughts as well. Hold on, are you saying that they might still be alive? There's a chance. Yet, the realm of the fairies is still an enigma, even for those who study their kind. The faeologists in this university have barely met any living fairies. You're aware of how fresh this field is within academia, aren't you? Theo nods. Is it being employed as a slave don't make sense? That's true, you're right. It pains me to admit that I genuinely do not know how to get them back. I'll keep trying nonetheless. We both fell silent, as though a heavy weight had settled in our throats, refusing to budge. We can also look at this case from another angle. The motives. There's a minimum wage? No, I doubt it. I don't think fairies pay a minimum wage. Based on your investigation, what could be the rationale behind the warrior fairy's actions? It's difficult to pinpoint the reason why fairies do what they do, since they don't follow human rules or morality. However, I found that warriors are targeting people blessed by the scribes because they all got blessed. That's true. It could also be a warrior's hatred towards human may be the cause, but in this case, they murdered the parasitic fairies. But maybe they're targeting people blessed by the scribes. That's possible. The three middle-aged are blessed by scribe faes, shown by the sigils on one of their hands. I say as I hover the blacklight on top of the family photographs one by one. I mentioned before that especially strong magic can be seen even through photographs. Yes, I remember. He answers while taking the blacklight out of my hand and checking the sigils himself. 2 sigils light up on Mrs. Woolridge's family photograph, and 1 on Mrs. Moore's. This sigil is a sign of being blessed by one of the scribe fae, usually given when someone has done a very special boon for a scribe. It gives good fortune and is passed down through generations. As you know, the middle-aged victims and their families are old, rich families that have stayed on top for many decades. That's how strong the magic is. Ah, okay. Mrs. Moore was adopted, and that's why it's only her who has it. Her late biological parents hailed from a distinguished and affluent lineage. Theo points at the faces in Mrs. Woolridge's photographs. And he's the biological father, while the other 2 are step-family. I nod at him. I'm positively sure that, should we check into Mrs. Niblet's family photograph, she and her children will display the same sigils. I'll see what I can do. Oh, it's also meant as a warning for others, not to harm the marked human. I guess that warning didn't work in this case, did it? No, it didn't. Well, I suppose this does make sense, and it's a pattern. Yes. This might be targeted murders. He then casts a glance my way with an air of satisfaction around him, and breaks into a smile. Good job. My, considering how rarely he gives commendations, this sounds like the compliment of a lifetime. I can feel my confidence going through the roof. Thank you. Lastly, what have you found on the poor girl, Mary Hatcher? Any connections to fairies? The chemist's report is similar to the case files. The blood is normal human blood. Traces of arsenic. I didn't find any signs of fairy magic from the evidence. You mentioned that you might already be collecting purchase records from chemists all over the city. That's right. We're still investigating whether someone has a link to the girl. I see. Can I ask what lose the glasses does? It means exactly what it says on the tin, bro. The chemist's parents own a cosmetic company that produces the makeup powder in the evidence. She said it is popular among the upper-class ladies lately, since I've gotten Mary Pickford to do the advertisements. He picks out a small notebook and a pen from his trench coat and starts writing. What is a trench coat, isn't it? Didn't realize that. I'm silly. I'm not sure if this is useful. Every scrap of information counts. I ought to note down the things we've talked about today as well. Your findings really threw me for a loop. I forgot to take notes. Get on my level. You always gotta take notes. Thank you for the lurk. Of course, take your time. While Theo was writing, I tidied up my desk and put the evidence back in the box. Anything else you got? That's all I have for now. He puts his notebook and pen back in his coat. When I gaze upon him, why did the music stop? His expression seems to straddle the line between being pleased and puzzled. Then a deeper crease forms between his eyebrows. Why? A tell when he's trying to connect the dots on the information he just got. I suppose there's some evidence for fairy involvement, but they're in bits and pieces. Certainly can't predict how the papers will handle the information we've got so far. Though this might be just enough to keep the investigation going, because the mood inflicted. There's a hint of disappointment in his voice that he's unable to hide. I think I just need more time. I really tried my best. I'm not sure you did. His words cut deeper than I care to admit. Hey, you just said good job and now you say you're not sure I did? What the hell? Why are you so rude? Can't help but feel like a failure, even though I managed to find important things. I don't like him anymore. He's an asshole. Hey, Cap. I suppose only things aren't enough if they're not connected, or if they're not making sense. I'm gonna snooze this ad break. I feel like we're finishing soon. I'll snooze this ad break. Well, I'll work on keeping the case open and making sure the press doesn't spin it into a circus. In the meantime, you should reinvestigate the case. I'll leave the box here for another day. Perhaps you'll find something new, or see them in a new light. Alright, I'll do that. I do my utmost to stay composed, yet my cracked voice gives away my true feelings. He glances at his wristwatch. Blah, blah, blah. Wristwatch. God, I'm Bee-Boo now. I've got to get going. I'll see you tomorrow. Of course, you're not the type to linger and comfort the downcast. Especially when it's one's own fault. Can't let this get to me either. There's more work to be done. I lay out all the evidence on the table once again, frantically searching for the things I missed. Why are there so many dots? Professor? This is a bad time. Didn't she leave? Look up at her in shock. When did she get in? I knocked and waited for a minute. It then occurred to me that perhaps you didn't hear me. Oh, sorry. My mind is more than a little preoccupied. She stares at the mess on my desk. I thought the detective came today to pick up the box. That ribbon is a nice touch on Minerva. I agree. I like the ribbon too. Very cute. You're not wrong, but it appears there are things I ought to reinvestigate. Is there anything I can do to help? No, Minnie. I'm fine. Thank you for offering. I lean back in my chair and exhale deeply as a slight discomfort in the head creeps in. That's not good. Actually, would you mind making me a cup of coffee? I'm thinking of staying overnight here. Of course. Coming right away. Minnie saunters into the kitchen in a hurry. I feel blessed to have a hard-working assistant. While waiting for Minnie to return, I pull out the fairy encyclopedia and immerse myself in its pages. It seems the night has only just begun. Ending number 4, not up to snuff. Oh, come on! No! Thank you, Mushroom Mallow, for the game. A+, good team, very good, yay! All right. All right. That was the Death and Faeology prologue, which I guess I didn't do so hot on the investigation part, huh? Whoopsie. My bad. Let's put the music back on here. So, I hope you guys liked the game. Hope thought it was interesting. I like this one. I kind of hoping there'd be a little bit of touch of romance in it, but there isn't. It's okay. It is what it is. The investigation mechanic is quite nice. I do like that. Hey yo, some people recommend having Pepsi with mac and cheese, like in the same cup, or like what are we talking about here? As a pairing, like you eat your mac and cheese and you sip your Pepsi. I don't know. I'm confused. I really like the way the fairies are in this game. Mixed? That's cursed. I hate that. Um, that's terrible. I generally like the way that the game is. It's quite nice. I think I would like to see. They're still working on the investigation side of things, which is fine. I get that. It could use a little bit of polish for sure. It looks like they're working on improving it, and they do suggest only having a few items on the desk at once during the investigation phase. I'm stupid and try to put everything on the desk. So they may have to adjust the size of the items. Maybe that might be. There is a walkthrough that I will pull up real quick. Not on stream, but I'll just skim it real fast. They do need some more environments. I would like more environments too, honestly. There are... Where are the endings? There is... So I got a neutral ending, which is interesting, but at least I didn't get the bad ending, which is nice. And there's also there's 7 endings just in the demo itself. The first one is good ending with Theo. Second one is good ending with Oscar. The third one is good ending without following anyone's route. Fourth ending is the one that we got, which is the neutral ending. The ending 5 is bad ending under Oscar. 6 is bad ending without following anyone's route. And then ending 7 is the worst ending if you say there is no fairy involvement in the case. Which obviously that makes sense if you do that. There's specific choices for the full accuracy points to get. And there's also clues as well. It looks like most of the evidence items shown to Florence or Oscar will result in additional thoughts in the second investigation. Sometimes depending on the information you get from the character, which is interesting. Oh, thank you for Pit. But this is definitely an early access game, but it's quite good for being early access. I like the art and the initial the initial, I guess, setup is really interesting. I really liked it, so I'm gonna wishlist it for right now. If you would like to wishlist it, here's the link. Oh no, the ads. No, the ads. I'm sorry. Add to your wish list. Oh, it's not on my wish list. What the heck? Okay, let's open that up on Steam. I am going to add it to my wish list. Yippee! I would like to get the good ending at some point, but it is what it is. You also, it looks like, here's the information for the from the Steam page. I like that you can actually romance Minerva, which is nice. That's cute. And you can also romance Ruthie, the childhood friend, which you'll meet later. But yeah, I'd totally romance Theo for sure. Now, how do I get the good ending? Probably because I get better at being a detective, but you know, whatever, it's fine. So you vibe with fairies more than usual? I love fairies. Fairies are cool as hell, man. They're great. I like this. It was good. It was a good game. I'm glad we got to play it. This same dev also did Okami Okami. Ukami Okami, if I can pronounce that correctly. In which you are an Okami who runs an inn. That'll be very fun. I think that one is more traditionally like an anime art style, if I remember correctly. Let me check real quick to pull it up. Hold on, one sec. If I could find it. Being connected with yourself, the cope ending, that's me. I got the copium ending. Which is fine, I guess. It could be worse, in a way. Here's the demo page. Here's this one that I will copy. This one I'm playing Okami Okami later this year. Not this year. Oh my god, I can't talk. Chat, I'm sorry, I can't talk. I will be playing that one later this week. I wanted that's tomorrow. Hold on, let me check. Where's my notes? It is going to be Saturday. Oh, Okami. That one's gonna be Saturday.
Can you read? What are you, stupid?
Gura, no, please. Don't do this to me. It's gonna be Saturday. Really excited for Okami Okami. That'll be great. And then tomorrow, Friday, is gonna be more Amalur. So stick around for tomorrow's crazy fantasy nonsense. Saturday is more crazy Okami nonsense, I guess. There was an update to the demo in March, so it looks like it's finally, the demo is essentially ready to go. You'll get to restore the inn with some point and click gameplay, which is fun. I love a good little point and click. It'd be nice. But the art is cute. There is some there's 10 CGs, very nice, and apparently several characters that are oh yeah, there's the hot guy in this one. That's the reason why I really wanted to play this one. The hot guy. Hold on. Can we talk about the hot guy real quick? Hold on. Can I pull him up somewhere? Can I pull this up somewhere? Hold on. Is there a website? Do you have this somewhere? Are there pictures? Hold on, I have to show you the hot guy. Hold on. How do I? Theater mode. Perfect. Hold on. I'm showing you the hot guy. Hold on. You have to see him. I can't not. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this hot guy. Holy shit. My god, look at him. He has no reason to be that hot. What the hell? Chat. I am simping for this man and I haven't even met him yet. What the heck? Anyway. Yako, for real. Epic. What the hell? Yes, 1010 would simp. We're gonna meet him on Saturday. I'm hype. Also, there's the main character here, MC Chen on the left, looking extremely cute, and the art is very nice too. The background art here also looks very nice. I like it as well. So we'll see how it goes. Also, I just realized he's a frail, wilting daikon radish of a man. Yikes. That's not a very nice thing to say about somebody, now is it? Frail, wilting daikon radish of a man. I feel bad now. But he's hot, so it's okay. Anyways. That is going to be it for me for today. Thank you for spending time with me today and for watching me ramble about fairies and food and deductions and narrative. Yeah. More narrative things happening tomorrow and Saturday. So I will see you then. I would like to read out today. Let me see who's around. All right, hold on. Let me just hang out over here. Hello. Alright. Let me see. I hope you like the game. I don't get to do visual novels very often, so this is gonna be like a once a year kind of thing. Unless I find another one that I really like that I'm willing to spend like several streams on. But it was a good demo. When I do an actual full visual novel like I do the Speakeasy, it takes at least 3 to 4 sessions, which is quite a bit. You can hear my voice kind of going already. It's fine. I had a good time, so it's okay. Let me see who's around. One sec. Doopy-doop-doo. Who's doing things today? There's a bunch of people doing things today. Ooh, Kai's playing Windrose? Sick. Who else? Who else is doing things? Nia's playing Mahjong? Are you kidding me right now? Nia, for real? What the heck is this? Oh, it's literally just a Mahjong game? What? Are we gonna go... we go bother Nia? I guess we could. We could bother Nia. I think that's a good way. I think that's a good thing to do. Chad, I hope you guys like Mahjong. Oh my gosh, I didn't even... why are you playing this? I'm so fascinated. Alright, we're gonna go bother Nia. Hold on. Let me see what Kato's doing real quick. One sec. What is Kato playing? Kato's playing Creature Kitchen, which also sounds kind of fun too. Alright, Chad, I'll let you pick. You tell me. Do you want to watch somebody play Mahjong? Or do you want to watch Neapolitan Rhyme play Mahjong with friends? Or do you want to watch Kato play Creature Kitchen? Which apparently looks like a cooking thing. One for Nia and 2 for Kato. I'll give you options. But Kato just started, so it's a good time. Both of them actually haven't been streaming for too long, so it could be fun. If you would like. Your options, chat. I will give you options. And if we do not pick in the next minute, then I'm just gonna pick. All right. So we got, just to repeat myself real quick, we got Neapolitan Rhyme, who is fabulous, as option number 1, or Kato as option number 2. Man, sometimes I wish we could split it. You know what I mean? If we could go visit everybody, you know? That would be great. But it's okay. I love that she's playing Mahjong. That's such a neat, it's a pretty niche game, but she's got friends to play with, so that's good. Alright, it sounds like there's no strong opinions here. We're gonna go raid Kato. Because Kato doesn't have a Kato could use a couple extra followers, so let's do that. Nia's great, don't get me wrong, but Nia is larger. Nia's larger than me. She's huge, actually. She's probably one of the biggest people I know. Well, that I've talked to. Anyway, let's go. We're gonna go see Kato. Let's go! Thank you for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate you. Are you ready to go? You all ready to go? Let's go. Come on, chat. Let's roll. Here we go. Thank you again for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.